We give praise, glory, and honor to the Most High Yah by way of Yahushua HaMashiach. John chapter 5, verse 39. We looked at Psalm 71. That was Tuesday or Wednesday. I think that was Wednesday, wasn't it? We'll deal with the completion of what we wanted to deal with that today. Hello there, Liz. How you doing, Tizzy Lizzie? Is that for Lizzie? That's not for Lizzie. John 5 and 39. He say, search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. And you will not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that you have not the love of Elohim in you. So let's return to Psalm 71. Because, well, like I say, we got to deal with another aspect of some of the stuff we've been dealing with this week. That, how many of y'all think Hamashiach came and said something different than what was already stated? How many of y'all believe that's the biggest bunch of nonsense you've heard in quite a long time? Well, we got to deal with that aspect so y'all know better than that. Okay, Lizzie, you can't eat that. You're choking. Yeah, I don't think she can eat no whole almond. Yeah, I'm not going to trust that one, man. Still know about that one. Somebody got to put their speakerphone on mute. Verse 15 of Psalm 71. My mouth shall show forth thy righteousness and thy salvation all the day, for I know not the numbers thereof. I will go in the strength of Yahuwah Elohim. I will make mention of thy righteousness, even of thine only. Listen to what he say. O Elohim, thou hast taught me from my youth, and hitherto have I declared thy wondrous works. He say he taught him from his youth. So if he taught him from his youth, what would we need to go see? You would need to go see Adam. You know what I'm saying? You would need to go see Adam. But before we go see Adam, let's look at 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and about verse 45. Little Mike, she got that spoon, little Mike. Yeah, she got that spoon. She got that spoon.
That's the whooping spoon?
That's the whooping spoon. Lizzie trying to get up now. Lizzie trying to climb up now. And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit. Howbeit, that was not first which is spiritual, but that which is natural, and afterwards that which is spiritual. The first man is of the earth, earthy, and the second man is of Mashiach from Shamahim. So now we're going to have to sit back and look at something. Let's go on over here to Genesis chapter 2 then. I guess you could get Job chapter 7 about verse 20 along with it. Look at Genesis 2 and 7. Looking at this Genesis 2 and 7, it made me think about a dude I know, man. Dude that told you about me, Troy. I remember the first time I talked to him, he said he do this Genesis 2 and 7, went with that John chapter 20 when he read on his apostles, and yet now he no longer believes in the man. And you know what's crazy is there's a lot of dudes who claim they believe on the man and don't know that that John 20 and the Genesis 2 go together. And I would tell them like, boy, that's a good thing if he let you see that. If you call that. Now he believes in nothing. Now he like to go into crack houses and shoot videos of bases hunching. Yeah, like the nigga shot a video, right? He like, check this out. Like he ain't really telling you what he finna go in here and see. So he just walking in the house. Then he put the camera on there, and then he just standing outside the door. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm like, this is what you do with your day now? Like, this is what you do with your day. See, he got messed up. See, he started with FOPE. Oh, no. Who knows what he doing? Who knows what he doing? I had no idea. I don't even want to know. You know what I'm saying? He in D.C., though. He started with FOPE. Which is, I didn't even know what that stood for, but somebody told me a while back, for our people's edification. They got a dude in the group, he got a laser eye. I'm talking about, boy, that thing like this here, that thing way over here, like this here. My nigga. You know what I'm saying? Then when my man Quab came and got him, and showed him, Esau wasn't the white man and things of this nature. He started rolling with them. But then he started messing with a dude that we know who don't believe in the Mashiach, and that was all she wrote. Genesis chapter 2 and verse 7. Yahuwah Elohim formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So we just dropped down to verse 15. And Yahuwah took the man and put him in the garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. And Yahuwah Elohim commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou may freely eat, but the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eat of it, thou shalt surely die. So now, if he put him in the garden to dress it and keep it, to keep it means to do what? I didn't until he say to dress it and keep it. What you think that means if he got to keep it?
Protect.
He got to protect it, mean guard it. That means there's things in here that you're responsible for. Like he said, Abraham kept my charge. And if we turn around and we look at the Garden of Eden, we know the knowledge of tree of the good and evil was not an actual tree, but the fruit of the words that they partook in. Just like partaking in the tree of life is partaking in the fruits of the word. The man said that every good tree bring forth good fruit. Say, by the abundance of a man's heart, he speaks. You know what I'm saying? So there were words in there that he was to guard. It was information to be guarded. You know what I'm talking about? That's that you know right then. This is when he was instructed in his youth on exactly what he was supposed to do. He'll sit here and tell him, don't eat of these trees. Because he said, if you eat one, you're going to die. You know what I'm saying? So don't fool with this one over here. You don't need this information over here. I done gave you the information that you need. In order for you to dress something, he got to be taught how to dress it. He got to be taught how to keep it. He just woke up one day coming up out the dust and he didn't know how to dress and keep a guard. He would have to tell him that now, wouldn't he? Come on here to Job chapter 7. Look, Josh. Let's fix your face, boy. You don't want no parts of me, cuz I'll take your apple and give it to your sister.
Fight come with that. Cause.
Fight come with that. I'm going to smell it cologne. Baby powder number 9. Job 17. Make it 17 to 17. I meant 7 to 17. Job 7 and 17. What is man, that thou should magnify him, and that thou shalt set thy heart upon him, and thou should visit him every morning, and try him at every moment? How long wilt thou not depart from me, nor let me alone, till I swallow down my spittle? I have sinned. What shall I do unto thee, O thou preserver of men? Why hast thou set me as a mark against thee, so that I am a burden to myself? And why dost thou not pardon my transgression and take away mine iniquity? For now I shall sleep in the dust. Thou shalt seek me in the morning, but I shall not be. Now obviously verse 21 might sound like something to you. But what you think the verses before that, like 17 and 18? What is man, that thou should magnify him? Oh, they said he looked like he was breakdancing. What you think that mean? What is man? You know what that mean to magnify him, right? Huh? To esteem the increase him. Make him large, make him big. What is man that you should magnify him? Kind of read about that last night. What is man that you should magnify him? Y'all got any idea? Because you look at Adam. Adam was magnified. He made him in his image. He was made as he had rule and dominion over everything. He was made just like Yah. He taught him to be just like him. But you know there was a frailty with him because he was flesh and not spirit. He was from the dust and not things that are eternal. But he said, what is a man that he should magnify? Boy, that's that real crowd. Hebrews 2 and 7. That's that real crowd. That's that my feelings hurt. That spoon hurt. And the rug burnt. Verse 6. Hebrews 2 and 6. Oh man, she like this here. Tighten up. Tighten up. But in one certain place testifies, saying, what is man that thou art mindful of him, or the Son of Man, that thou visit him? Thou made him a little lower than the Malachim. Thou crowned him with esteem and honor, and did set him over the work of thine hands. Thou hast put all things in subjection under his feet. For in that he had put all in subjection under him, he left nothing that is not put under him. But now we see not yet all things put under him. But we see Yahushua, who was, he just said that so matter of fact and calm, didn't it?
Very cool comment.
I don't know, man. You might want to take him in the bathroom with that phone. Don't let nobody see that.
Well,
I ain't got no bond money for you, cuz.
let them wait to see that phone there. You got a closet?
God, daggone crackers.
It's wow. Well, what we gonna do with him? He said, I gotta go and take him out here. I gotta beat him. He walking out with a spoon in his hand like he ain't finna go from the back room to the living room. It's like, boy, it's people out there. So you gonna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go to jail. They gonna be like, what is y'all doing in that room? Don't y'all never come back here.
Assembly of the Firstborn is banned.
Man, I say, don't you never let them black folk, they out here beating children. They believe in that. They got to be a cold son. Look what he got a spoon. He got a spoon. He beat that baby with a spoon. So that ain't no baby, that's a small man. It's a small man. You got two small men in here.
I'm about to get that in my lunch money or something.
Golly, he scared you like that? Say, little Mike just got to come in the room. He like this here, just take it. No, 2 and 9 now. But we see Yahushua, who was made a little lower than the Malachim for the suffering of death, crowned with esteem and honor, that he by the grace of Elohim should taste death for every man. Oh, wrong room, sir. Oh, little buddy, whatever you want to call him. They thought they were chess and checkers in here. Remember what Alonzo told you, this thing chess, it ain't checkers. I've been planning this all week. Come on back over here to Job chapter 7 though. Now look what he said now. He said he made a Mashiach a little lower than the Malachim, a little lower than the angels for the thing of suffering and death. He said, what is man that thou shouldst magnify him and thou shouldst set thy heart upon him? So what would make Yah set his heart on his son then? Why would he set his heart on him if he made him a little lower to taste death for every man?
Love.
You know what I'm saying? But why would he love him? Let's look in John chapter 15. Let's see why he loved him. We're just going to get to the point of when they say I make mention of it. He say Elohim taught him from his youth. So we obviously see Adam be, if Mashiach is the second Adam, and we just looked at, have we seen what the first Adam was taught in his youth, in his infancy, right? You know how we know that we're able to do that? With the same thing we looked at with Abraham last night. Before Abraham got that first vision, he would talk. No, he told him to leave in the 12th chapter, right? But then after that, he would talk about Melchizedek, and that's when he had a dream and had a vision of Yah in that dream to make sure he was a prophet. Well, you turn around and look in Genesis chapter 2, and you seen that he was given the garden to dress it and to keep it. So now you see where Adam is being instructed, and then after that, he ends up getting a vision, don't he? He ends up dying, and Eve come up out his side, and he began to prophesy. So before Yah could visit him as a prophet, he had to know of him first. You think he just going to visit you and say, I'm going to make you a prophet, you don't know nothing about me? What father would create a son that don't teach him nothing? So I'm going to just make Adam, just put him on out here. The only thing I told him is just don't eat from this tree. I ain't told him nothing else, though. No, that don't make, it makes sense when you're stupid. You know what I'm saying? Tell you, man, niggas done went full retard. I got a picture, man. They say like this here, unlocked achievement. Went full retard. Even got Buddy from the movie, though. I had to watch that clip the other day, man. You know what I'm saying? No old Tropic Thunder. With Ben Stiller them in it, man. They was in that Vietnam movie, man. And Robert Downey had, Robert Downey character is, he go all the way into his character. So he got an afro, he blackface and all.
Talking black.
You know what I'm saying? And when they walking through that jungle, he was like this here, man. He say, man, you went for a retard. He was like, what? Simple Jack, you went for a retard. Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man, he say retard, but he was like this here. Then he mentioned somebody else. He said, you went full retard. Never go full retard. You know what I'm saying? That's how he said it too. No smile, no nothing. Dead serious. You went full retard. Never go full retard. But when you look at most of these people when they come to their word, boy, they done went full retard. Don't you know? And guess what? He was telling Ben Stiller character in that there. That's why your career over. Because you went full retard. Then they actually had him in the movie playing Simple Jack. And then when you see him playing Simple Jack, you see why he said what he said, because he definitely went full retard. I'm going to tell you something, man. With this word, boy, you got to be careful with that there, because that's when you actually reprobate, when you done went full retard. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you go to saying, boy, you ain't got to do this and you ain't got to do that, and you was on that before, boy, you done went full retard. Ain't no coming back from that. How you going to come back from full retard? How many of y'all done met somebody came back from full retard? It ain't just got to be with the word like, boy, they done went off the deep end. Ain't no coming back. Ain't no coming back.
If you go, you gone.
You gone. You know what I'm saying? We sit back and look at, boy, you done, boy, it's a lot of times you be like, yeah, boy, you heard about such and such, boy? That nigga doing this here, what? That nigga was sharper than that. Nigga went full retard. But when it comes to this word, boy, you got to protect your heart. Make sure you don't go full retard, boy. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people. Boy, I just seen a dude say, I used to believe in Isaiah 53. He said, I no longer believe Isaiah 53 is about Jesus. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? But basically, for all the points and purposes, if you done took one chapter and you don't believe that's a Mashiach, you finna toss him out the window in a minute. Huh? Probably. I can't help you. That's somebody went full retard. When you went to say, I used to keep the Shabbat, I don't keep it no more. You done went full retard. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, anybody who said they used to believe in the Mashiach and somebody can convince them otherwise, you done went full retard. You done went full retard. I'm trying to tell you now. Just like what Troy was telling me, he said the dude that put Will on, and Will the one put him on, he like that nigga done went full retard. He kept a regular Shabbat, then he was like, we on Lunar Shabbat. What he said that nigga say? He said, so your Shabbat was Tuesday. That nigga say, so did y'all not work?
No.
Tell him what he say. Tell him, you tell it better than I can.
He say, Will online?
Yeah.
He say, oh, Will tell you, say, eat your daily bread, man.
Eat your daily bread. Say you gotta get on, hold on, you gotta tell them all now. Tell the whole thing.
Oh, he said, eat your daily bread, man. And once you eat your daily bread, see, that's grace and mercy in your house shop.
That's grace and mercy in Kawasaki right
You
there.
go to work, eat your daily bread. He said, don't buy nothing, you go to work.
Don't buy nothing now. Don't buy nothing on the Shabbat now. You go to work now. You know we in captivity.
In captivity, yeah.
Captivity, man. You better get your money.
Let's know we in captivity, boy.
He say, long as you got a pure heart, get your daily bread. My heart pure. I'm finna go to Mr. Charlie and get this $8 an hour. Cause Mr. Charlie love me. You know what I'm saying? I don't love y'all, I love Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie provide.
Full retard.
That's full retard.
They need some now.
That's full retard. You know what I'm saying? You look somebody. Yeah, he say ain't nothing gonna be straightened out. Your house shot straighten it all out when he get here. You know what I'm saying? He said, but right now we in captivity, brother. So I gotta go on up here to Popeyes and get these $10 an hour. Cause you know most of them niggas who talking like that got an old menial fast food job anyway, nigga, you gonna get you another. You know what I'm saying? Nigga ain't like you around here corporate. Boy, I talked to a dude, that nigga say, yeah, boy, it was hard for me, boy. They had me working on Shabbat and they say, yeah, but I make like $89 an hour. I said, boy, what do you do? $89 an hour, what are you doing?
I'm giving ski man.
I'm for real though, I forgot what it was. It was something like engineering or something, whatever he was doing. But like Club was like, you know what I'm saying? He got paid, and they paid him more for working on Saturdays and Sundays. You know what I'm saying?
That's how they do it on boardwalk too.
Yeah, you get paid. You know what I'm saying? So he like this here. He say, boy, I wanted to get that money, boy, I couldn't do it. That's somebody who I ain't making no excuse for working on it. I can see why he would struggle. You know what I'm saying? You talking about I might get an extra $20 an hour on top of what I'm already making? Yeah, I can see why you be like, well, shoot, boy, is you sure we can't work on it? Well, that's $110 an hour.
That lady who refused to marry engaged.
Yeah.
How much money she walked away from?
She walked by a good little bit, but then she turned around and got a job out of it.
Yeah.
They did locked up for contempt of court. She ain't quit her job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all they did, locked up for contempt of court. Then they told her you ain't got to sign off on these. Like this here, I said, man, I wanted to look that woman in the face. What? Somebody actually said something to her about that. She said, why you don't want to marry the faggot? She said, make sure you don't marry nobody on their second and third marriage. They said she was quiet. See, when you want to go in on that, they say go on this here. They gave her a job back, had a big old ceremony and all. She ain't lose, she ain't walk away, she ain't quit. You know they ain't gonna do that there. She just said, I'm gonna go to jail.
I thought she quit.
No, she ain't quit. They locked up for contempt of court about 3 days. Probably came in there sliding the old Whataburgers and all this stuff. You know she wasn't eating no jail food. That's one of their own. You You know what I'm saying? Go around there and bring her a cigarette. You know cat like to smoke them things. Take around back. Don't let nobody see him. That's how they roll. Small town in Kentucky. You know that's how they roll. She had fat burgers in Winston-Salem or whatever they smoke. Ain't no telling. She might have been smoking 305. She looked like old 305. Nah, not no Virginia Slim. She looked like I want 305 in the brown pipe.
Wilson's.
You know what I'm talking about? I don't know too many. I don't know. She might have been smoking Lucky Strikes. John 15 and 10. Make it 9. Matter of fact, 7 even better. I didn't know that this here around here smoking Lucky Strikes. You know who like this here? That old cigarette smoking nigga there. Who walk back, put them things down, nigga walk around here smelling like an ashtray. You know what I'm talking about? Worst thing ever is when you actually can smell what a cigarette smell like. Somebody who don't smoke, they smell it. But when you smoke, you don't really smell it. But when I'm telling you from personal experience, I done caught him and smelled it, threw it right out to him. Like, oh my God, this is what I'm smoking. It don't last long. You know what I'm talking about? About 2 hours later, you light another one. But you remember the smell though. I'm for real, every now and then you'll catch it though. And you can see why people be like, girl, bro, I don't like that in my car. I don't like that around me. You know what I'm saying? Things stink, boy. Them blacks was bad, but them Newports was worse.
You know, I smell one of them.
Black terrible too.
Yeah, I say they bad, but I think the cigarette's worse though.
The blacks are heavier. The blacks are
No, because from what I can recall, what that cigarette smelled like, it smelled like burning mildew. You know what I'm saying? See, now, because I ain't smoked in so long, boy, somebody like, come on, bro, that thing smell horrible. And you can smell it instantly, too. You can know when somebody's smoking one. You can know, I can know what they talking about. Like, I knew used to how to smell with magnify. If you lit a cigarette and put it out. You know what I'm talking about? Boy, that thing magnify so bad, give you a headache. You know what I'm saying? It was like this here, how you like this here, but the only smell you want to smell was the smell of marijuana. You know what I'm saying? Marijuana didn't do all that there. You ain't get mad, nigga walked up and be like, boy, that nigga smoking weed, that's horrible. You like to see you just take it in.
Stay here, bro. Stay here.
I mean, I can smell it. I'm not gonna say it stink. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I'm not gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it stink. But I can catch it a lot faster than time passed. You know what I'm saying? He can't even call it. He called it Doja. Where he from? Well, I ain't heard that in years. He called it Doja. No, you from the South.
Yep. My people's on the Doja plant.
Yeah, you know, I feel you, so.
That's the first smoke I ever smelled. Then when I smelled the cigarette, what's that?
Cigarette had you like this here, sad. 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 Huh? You looking crazy, sitting there thinking about them looses you used to cop.
Newport Honey.
I ain't mad at y'all, cop me some too. I can see Brittany at the corner store, let me get 3 for $1. Get 3 for $1. Walk up out of there with 2 of them in her ear, 1 in her hand. That's how you used to do it. With a thugging with it. You know she was thugging with it. Gotta walk around there with the Newport in the ear. Looking at a nigga, you bet not ass, nigga.
No short.
No short. Brian, come in here, let me hit that cigarette, nigga. You better go copy one. I might laugh 50 cents on this. You know what I'm talking about? Ask for another. Yeah. She probably gave that nigga a booger. She probably gave that nigga a straight jailhouse show. Right green line. She like this. You like to say, you ain't gonna let me hit the cigarette? Really like to say, oh man, leave me alone. Right at the green line. She done did you like that, Brian? Shoot you one at the green line. Yeah, he done shot her one at the green line. Nigga be mad at a nigga. Nigga be like this, boy, you ain't gonna let me hit the cigarette? Nigga pass it to green line car. Got me like your light pop, man. Smoked my Newport to the butt. Like it's the last one left. Say you smoked every cigarette like that, 2 of them. Hard. I ain't mad at you. 15 and 7. If you abide in me and my words abide in you. See how he said my words? Now we're going to have to ascertain whose words are he talking about. Are they his words or are they his father's words? Because he says, the prophecies say that I will only make mention of thy righteousness and thy righteousness only. He said, I'll go in the strength of Yah. He said, if you abide in me and my words abide in you, you shall ask what you will and it shall be done unto you. Herein is my Father esteemed, that you bear much fruit, so shall you be my disciples. This is what we've been looking at all week. if you got the righteousness of the law and the righteousness which is of faith, then you'll be able to produce the fruit that comes to eternal life. See, the only way his words can abide in you is you're going to have to hear them words, you're going to have to believe them words, and you're going to have to obey them words. You know what I'm saying? How was Abraham able to bring forth fruit? Because he heard the word, he believed the word, he obeyed the word. You know what I'm talking about? Even when you look at the prophecy before Adam is actually made, we'll make man in our image. He told him, be fruitful and multiply. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he actually hadn't pulled Adam just laying there. He ain't done nothing with him yet. But he just let it be known. I'm going to make him know.
So could that be like him prophesying unto him?
He let them know. I'm telling you. This is what's going down. This is what's going to happen to you. He's slain from the foundation of the world. So for all this stuff is even complete, I'm telling you what's going down. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the whole thing from the beginning, separating the light from the darkness, I'm separating life from death. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm coming around, I'm separating the firmament, and you know what I'm saying? This, that, there, and the other. Then I made the stars on the third day, which is the sun raising from the dead, producing the sons of him, the sons of Yah. Because he said, man, talking about a tree that's produced fruit after its own kind. He breaking it all the way down. He's slain from the foundation of the world. So before the world even made, I'm telling him, I'm teaching him, this is what you're going to do. Now, I told y'all this before. The whole plan of salvation is in the first chapter. The whole plan. All as him. And that's why I told y'all when you looked at it last night, that's why he said I made the Shabbat for man, not the man for Shabbat. So when you see in Genesis 2, you thinking, well, Adam came this here. He hadn't made Adam yet. I'm just telling him what the lick reads. Then you see the day of rest, and then you see him laying here with no breath in him, meaning he dead. Then he breathed into him, he had done got up. The same way you seen, hey, the Shabbat will finish. Mashiach go in the grave. When it's over, get up. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So when you turn around and look at dudes saying Hamashiach coming to teach different words, then you know he ain't coming to teach no different words. But because before I even met him, I'm already telling it. This is what you gonna do. So guess what? This man I'm finna make, he finna do the same thing. So that means they not coming with no different words then all day. So the niggas just talking. Because we know this man, how can a son teach something different than what his daddy told him to do? That wouldn't make him a son now, would it? That would make him a usurper. You know what I'm saying? Nigga gotta just, you gotta sit back and think about it. Only reason why I'm mentioning it is because that's what them dudes was coming at, talking about this is what this man teach. You gotta keep a Mashiach's commandments. Don't look at Moses' law. Look at Yahusha's commandments. Well, what are his commandments, nigga? He said, if you believe on me, you believe on him that sent me. So if you believe on him that sent him, that means him that son of the one put that word in his mouth. Niggas retarded though. Verse 9 though. He said, as the Father hath loved me, so have I loved you. Continue ye in my love. Listen what he telling. If you keep my commandments, you shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. Now we got to look at something, right? He said, let's look at a question that Pilate asked him in the 18th chapter of John in the 33rd verse. He said he got to keep his Father's commandments, right? He said he kept his Father's commandments. So then we're going to have to see what his Father's commandments is, because he said if you do what I say, you're going to be just like I am. I kept my Father's commandments, keep mine. 18:33. Then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again and called Yahusha and said unto him, art thou the king of the Yahudim? Yahusha answered him, sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it thee of me? Why is this important what we looking at? What's the key thing and why this important what we looking at?
See if he believed in himself.
No, that's not what we came here for. It's real, it's not even that deep, it's just real simple. Don't overthink it. What did we come here for? He said, I kept my Father's commandment. He said, continue in my commandments, even as I kept my Father's commandment. Pilate just asked him, was he the king of the Yahudim? Wow, so what did we come here for?
He was keeping the commandment.
He was a king, right? He asked him, was he a king? He said, you say it or yourself, or did somebody tell you? So basically, he just acknowledged, yeah, I'm a king. So why would that be important if he a king then? According to our law, why is that important? Anybody? Deuteronomy 17 and 14. Because the Mashiach come to fulfill the whole book, didn't it? All right. Lizzie? 17 and 14. When thou art come into the land which Yahuwah thy Elohim give thee, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me like as all the nations that are about me. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahuwah thy Elohim shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou may not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. But he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Mizraim to the end that he should multiply horses. For as much as Yahuwah hath said unto you, shall henceforth return no more that way. Neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away. Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. And it shall be, when he sit upon the throne of his kingdom, he shall write him a copy of this law in a book, out of that which is before the priest the Levites. And it shall be with him, and he shall read therein all the days of his life, that he may learn to fear Yahuwah his Elohim, and to keep all the words of this law and these statutes and do them. So it would make sense that he would keep his father's command, because if he was a king, then he would have to take the copy of the law with him, and him taking the copy of the law with him would cause him to keep the commandments. And you know why that's even more important? Because don't Revelation chapter 1 and 5 tell us that Mashiach made us to be kings? So that means that same law got to be in your, that means the same thing that applied to him got to apply to you then. So then we see what commandments he would keep him, which would be the same commandments he would tell his servants to do. Why would he come around and tell them do something different when the law say this? Well, if he a king, he got to do this, right? So did he have a copy of the law with him? If he did, where was it at? It was in his heart. Why was it in his heart? Because let's look at John 8 and 54, and you'll see why it was in his heart. Jordan. I see you. Look what he tell him. Make it 51. Matter of fact, I like 49. Yahusha answered, I have not a devil, but I honor my father, and ye do dishonor me. How is he honoring his father then? Just like what it said in Malachi on him. So you got to understand something. So that means every time Hamashiach is speaking, whose righteousness is he speaking of? That's the same question when they say there's no man good but Elohim. Worship him. Because I'm going to speak of his righteousness and his righteousness only. That's why he was a plain man dwelling in tents like our father Jacob was. You can get you Philippians 2 and 5 to go with this. I'm not turning from this page. Just go ahead and get it though. He said, and I seek not my own esteem. There's one that seek and judge. Truly, truly, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death. You can get Romans 7 and about verse 9 to go with that. Well, 7 and 7. We'll come back to it. We'll get to it in a second. Listen to what he say now. Then said the Yahudim unto him, now we know thou hast a devil. Abraham is dead and the prophets, and thou say, if a man keep my saying, he shall never taste death. Art thou greater than our father Abraham, which is dead, and the prophets are dead? Whom make thou thyself? Yahusha answered, if I honor myself, my honor is nothing. It is my Father that honor me, of whom you say that he is your Elohim. Yet you have not known him, but I know him, and if I should say I know him not, I shall be a liar like unto you, but I know him and keep his saying. So that means for all intents and purposes, that means anything that we looked at in Genesis chapter 1 or Genesis chapter 2 or what we referenced, that means Mashiach kept all of that. It wasn't never Adam's job to keep it. You know what I'm saying? That means Mashiach kept all that. Kept every last word of it. That means everything every prophet spoke, everything in the law, he kept it. That's the only way you honor a father is by doing what he says. You know what I'm saying? That's why we just using him as an example, not in a negative connotation, but let's just sit back and look at it this way, as an example of false preachers. And with him, we'll say when we were talking to him with his grandma. Grandma letting him know, you do whatever you want. Mom Duke's trying to set some order and some certain things in the household to let you know you can't do what you want. When you got one person telling you could do what you want, and another person pulling out that leads you to say, I'm not going to listen to this saying, I'm going to listen to that saying, because this saying allows me to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Most people look at a false preacher and somebody who preaching the word in spirit and truth, and they're going to look at it like this here. I hear what he's saying, but this person telling me this here. See? You know what I'm saying? I got to make my daily bread, bro. I'm in captivity. I make my daily bread. I got to pull my ox out the ditch. You know what I'm saying? Shabbat is every day. You know what I'm saying? Just love, bro. Just love. There's no parameters with that. There's no discipline with that. You know how open-ended that is? I mean, that leaves room for anything. So what are we defining love as? Because if we keep something that broad, it can be defined any way that any person sees fit to define it. You know what I'm saying? And then where does it stop? It never stops. Notice you see why Mashiach say the way, you know what I'm saying, the wide gate and the broad way lead unto destruction. Because this man don't leave nothing wide. You know what I'm saying? Don't you notice that any of y'all ever been on a job or dealt with anything where people were real vague with it and left it real broad? You didn't really know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And usually then you ended up doing it like they wanted you to do it. And you probably end up getting fired or reprimanded. Most people like defined instructions. Let me know, Glover know that when we were doing that inspection at that plant. That man ain't tell me nothing what we were supposed to do, did he? He ain't tell me nothing. Then when you fail it, you mad with me. Nigga, you mad with yourself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never did that and then he just told me they shut that part down. A lot of the stuff that got a mint type flavor, that plant that's over there, on Norwood, off in the cut. Y'all, if y'all go over that way, you probably see the smokestacks and all that stuff over there. They made the mint over there. That room where they make it at with a product, what do you call it, WS3? You know what I'm saying? It's like a real live, like this stuff got to be on point. This stuff ain't on point, they gonna shut it down. They were having an inspection. Now this man was supposed to properly, I ain't never did no inspection before. So the only way I'm gonna clean it is how you showed me to clean it in previous times. I ain't gonna do nothing different. You ain't told me nothing different. You just said it's inspection. So what that mean to me? You said go in here, spray this stuff on the floor, mop it, you know what I'm saying? Do this here, sweep it up, we gone. But we were actually supposed to do more than that. But he didn't tell us to do more than that. Then when you fail it, you mad with us. No, be mad with yourself. Then he come in there talking about clean it up with jet fuel. I said, I'm not going to do that. I ain't messing with no jet fuel, cuz. They say we could blow up the whole plant. That nigga really did come in there and tell us you jet fuel did it. I ain't making it up. As soon as he said that there, I said, well, I don't trust that there, man. We supposed to go in this place with masks on, gloves on. This nigga got us coming in there butt naked. This stuff get in you, man. As soon as you walk in there, your nose start running. That nigga been walking in this room, breathing this stuff for so long, he was immune to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is real hazardous stuff. Like, you really, like the dudes who work there got full suits on when they go in the room. And them blue suits we had on wasn't doing nothing. Them boy had real live hazmat type stuff on, man. Okay, you call it what you want. It's a reason why that place shut down. I'm telling you, man, you walk in there and smell that WS3 suit, it's like what cocaine would do to somebody who smoked, man. That thing make your it's menthol. So that stuff make your whole chest open up. Your nose go to running immediately as soon as you step in the room.
Ain't never had no cold though.
Bet you lied. Nigga, that wasn't no cold type stuff. Like, this stuff ain't supposed to get on your skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it get on your skin, you could be all messed up. Boy, that nigga in there breathing it in. No mask, no gloves, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? We'll be like this here, like, man, what a material. Like, oh, he'll be all right, man. It's all right. Nah, nigga, you gonna be all right. That man said he was working at that plant breathing in stuff he ain't had no business breathing in for months. I'm like, nigga, this stuff dangerous out here. They make chemicals. This plant, that plant could, if that plant blow up, it say it could blow a half a north side. Remember, right before I started working there, they ended up on the news. Somebody told on them. They snatched that off the news real fast because I seen the news story and they pulled that. They ain't want nobody to know. Somebody had done called from inside the plant that something was going on that wasn't supposed to be going on. They nipped that in the bud real fast. Real fast. That's a dangerous spot right there, and it's in a black neighborhood, residential neighborhood. If the wrong thing happens, that thing could kill a lot of people.
A lot of black people.
A lot of black people at that. So you already know what type of stuff might actually be getting pumped in the air. You know what I'm saying? My cousin husband working.
Yeah, he pumped it. He pumped it to the chemical.
Yeah, I know he making.
We just cleaned it up.
We were just cleaning it up.
Yeah.
We go in that lab, you boy, that stuff in that lab, like, boy, you better watch it. He wondering, like, well, y'all trying to get up out of here. Nigga, I don't want to die. You know what I'm saying? This thing blow up, I don't want to be here. Nigga, you want to come here working here 20 hours a day, breathing all this stuff in. Nigga, I'm ready to go. He ain't lying, sure. They been to his head when he was cleaning all the libraries in Duval County for 20 stipends.
What?
All of them.
He's telling us now, yeah.
For only 20?
He said he did. Nah, he said he did for 19.
Like $1,000 make a difference.
It's over 20 libraries, though.
Yeah, it
What?
was just a certified slave. That's what he was.
What?
He was a certified
I don't know all of them, but I tell you like this here. You got this one we in. University Park brand, Regency brand. It's one on Jack's Beach, one in San Marco, one downtown, one on Myrtle, one on Pearl. You know what I'm saying?
The whole library.
Yeah,
One on Dunn.
The one on Edgewood, big as the one down there.
Yeah, one on Edgewood. You know what I'm saying?
Them big, too.
You know what I'm saying? I know it's one. That's the one on Dunn, the Highlands one.
One on there, so big.
Ain't it though? That's why ISUPK be meeting that.
And then downtown.
That all of them, 20 bands.
yeah.
And it's more than that, but I can't remember them all. Because there's some on the west side too. I ain't even mentioned none on the west side. He says 2 on Edgewood. Dude, that one on Myrtle and Pearl, that real, them old. You know what I'm saying? Them things, they're old.
And he said he was home. He said he's paying Britt on their apartment. He was on her house, so he just took it.
Boy, then they come to me talking about, boy, we got a contract to King Hall Library, man, I need $1 million. At least.
Yeah, that's what they bid it out for, $1 million.
I need $1 million. Because that way I can contract it out to somebody else and sit at home and collect the check.
It ain't made for no small business. Big boys supposed to be doing that shit. GCA does it.
Yeah, you gotta have, because he was supposed to get in on doing the courthouse. Not Dolo
Yeah, they
though.
was gonna make us do that too. Yeah, we was gonna
Up
make
under
us
somebody.
Just me, him, and Ed.
Yeah, he probably would have contacted that for probably measly 25.
Who? I'd have quit.
Measly 20.
Because when I first started working with him, he was supposed to be trying to get the courthouse. I'm like, boy, we better get paid. I'd be like this here. I say, man, you want us to negotiate this stuff, man?
Whoa, get more than that in the air house.
What? He was making about $4,000 a month cleaning the air house. They were paying about a stack a week to clean the air house. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing with the air house was you were just locked in because the work itself was like 3 hours a piece front and back. They just lock you in there. You know what I'm saying? So if you just really pull up when they finna close, then you really only gonna be in there for like 4 or 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga was lazy, man. He used to go in there and go to sleep and then try to wake up at 5 o'clock knowing the people gonna be in there at 6 or 7 and try to clean something. Well, I ain't gonna say 6 or 7. Sometimes them people they get there till like 9 or 10. Only when the truck came would they get there at 6 in the morning. So you'll be stuck in there for like 8 hours. You been done. You just sitting there looking crazy. And then them niggas in there stealing liquor. They try to blame us for stealing liquor. Nigga, that's your employees stealing liquor. I ain't got no key to no liquor room, nigga. I don't drink. They wasn't just stealing it to drink. They stealing whole bottles. I'm like, how they even get it up out of here? It's a will, it's a way. It's a will, it's a way. But look what he told him now. He keep it saying, right? Come over here to Philippians 2 and 5. When there's a will, it's a way. And we got Romans 7:7. We probably go about 7:9. He said, let this mind be in you, which was also in Yahushua HaMashiach, who being in the form of Elohim, thought it not robbery to be equal to Elohim, but made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the stake. Wherefore Elohim also highly exalted him and gave him a name which is above every name, that at the name of Yahushua every knee should bow, of the things in Shamahim and the things in earth and the things under the earth. and that every tongue should confess that Yahushua HaMashiach is master to the esteem of Elohim the Father. So you turn around and you look at it. Did you think Adam thought it was robbery? He was made equal with Elohim, wasn't he? He didn't think he would take nothing away from y'all at that point. But the key thing is he said he made himself of no reputation. If he's making himself of no reputation, that means he wasn't speaking of himself. He said clearly, as we started out on Tuesday in the 7th chapter of John in the 16th verse, he said, my doctrine is not mine. That means my teaching is not mine, but his that sent me. If any man do his will. What is the man will? When has there been any time that the Most High Yah said, don't keep my commandments? When has he ever told anybody not to do that? So then we know, absolutely. So then we know that whatever doctrine and teachings that Mashiach was coming with, it was going to be in line with what was already given. Because we know that he already told us, and we read this the other day, I think it was Wednesday, in Deuteronomy chapter 30. He said, I set before you blessed and cursing, life and death. Therefore choose life, that you might increase upon the land. So the obedience of faith will cause the production. The production is the fruit that leads to everlasting life. See, you're not going to get everlasting life and just say you believe. We already know that from James chapter 2, right? Because we already looked at that. He said, you say you believe there's one Elohim. He said the devils do and tremble. So what? You know what I'm saying? He said, you show me your faith. He said, show me. He said, I'll show you my faith by my works. I'll show you that I believe by my action that I set forth and what the man told me to do. Romans 7:7. That wall took an abuse, and boy, you better be careful. You might fight your Bible. Make it 7 and 4. Wherefore, my brethren, you are become dead to the law by the body of a Mashiach, that you should be married to another, even to him who is raised from the dead, that we should bring forth fruit unto Elohim. For when we were in the flesh, the motions of sin, which were by the law, did work in our members to bring forth fruit unto death. But now we are delivered from the law, that being dead wherein we were held, that we should serve in newness of spirit, and not in the oldness of the letter. So what do you think this means? Because somebody who don't want to do something, they're going to take that and spin it. What did this mean? What does it mean now? He said we are delivered from the law. What law you delivered from? Well, let's look and see what law you delivered from in Ezekiel 18 and 4. We already know the law of death. That's in Genesis 3, right? Dust you came from, dust you going to return. So now he says that you become dead to the law by the body of a Mashiach, that you should be married to another, even to him who is raised from the dead, that you should bring forth fruit. We still hold in Job chapter 7. This boy is about 18 and 4. Behold, all souls are mine. As the soul of the Father, so also the soul of the Son is mine. The soul that sin, it shall die. Now when we turn around and we look at it, we were already, as he just mentioned, we were in the flesh, and all manner of the motions of sin worked in our members, so therefore we could bring forth fruit unto death. This is what he means in Acts 13 when he said this is to justify you from all the things that you could not be justified through by the law of Moses. The law of Moses could not give you fruit unto eternal life. It was never made to do it. You know what I'm talking about? It's not that the law is death, but it was never made to give you eternal life. That's not what he made it for. Do you see eternal life attached to that first covenant and what he gave the people? No. He had already reserved something greater and something better to come on down the line. You know what I'm saying? Verse 5 says, but if a man be just and do that which is lawful and right, and have not eaten upon the mountains, neither have lifted up his eyes to the idols of the house of Yasharal, neither have defiled his neighbor's wife, neither have come near to a menstruous woman, have not oppressed any, but have restored to the debtor his pledge, have spoiled none by violence, have given his bread to the hungry, and have covered the naked with a garment. We know Mashiach did all of that. We done went through this before. He have not given forth upon usury, neither have taken any increase, that have withdrawn his hand from iniquity, that have withdrawn his hand from iniquity, and have executed true judgment between man and man, and have walked in my statutes and kept my judgments, to deal truly, he is just, he shall surely live, saith Yahuwah Elohim. Now we know around here about verse 30, right? Just look what verse 30 says. I just want you to hear what he tells you. Some of y'all, if y'all like to listen to Lauren Hill, you done heard her sing before. That's where she got it from. Therefore, I will judge you, O house of Yasharal, every one of you according to your ways, saith Yahuwah Elohim. Repent and turn yourselves from all your transgressions, so iniquity shall not be your ruin. I've got to flick the page up. Cast away from you all your transgressions, whereby you have transgressed, and make you a new heart and a new spirit. For why will you die, O house of Yasharal? Now come back to Romans 7. He said, we are delivered from the law, that being dead, we should serve in newness and spirit and not oldness of the letter. For all intents and purposes, we didn't read all the stuff about the wicked man and what would happen to him. This is what this is alluding to. You understand what I'm telling you? Newness of spirit means being reborn. So let's look at John chapter 3, because now I'm thinking about John chapter 3, just make me think about that horrible lesson that a dude we know gave. Pale just was disgusted when he seen it too. Just like this, he said that was horrible. You got dudes say you can't be born again until you resurrect from the dead. That's when you're born again. But we already know for what Peter told us we read it last night. He said you got to be born of incorruptible seed, not corruptible seed, but by the word of Allah. He got to put that stuff away. When you look at being born of corruptible seed, that's what Adam was made from, corruptible seed. You know what I'm saying? He was a living soul. He was flesh. He was dust. That's corruptible. Got to be born of the word, which is incorruptible. Only way you're going to be born of the word is that thing got to be in you. That's what he told him in 3:3. Yahushua answered and said unto him, truly, truly, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of Allah. Nicodemus saith unto him, how can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? Yahushua answered, truly, truly, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of Allah. That which is born of flesh is flesh, and that which is born is of the Spirit is spirit. Marvel not unto thee that I said, thou must be born again. He said, in order for you got to sit back and realize something. There was no way for us to bring forth any fruit before that man came, not to eternal life. How were we going to be able to do it? How would it have been possible? Before Mashiach came, how you going to get eternal life? How was you going to get it? What was your hope? You know how many years this man said you were going to live for? No, he didn't tell you 120. He told you in Genesis 6 he cut it down to 120. He told you in another place he cut it down shorter than that. Cut it down to like 70. And if you're strong, maybe 80. The only thing he said a part of that covenant was length of days. You know what I'm saying? Length of days. We read last night, he said his righteousness is everlasting righteousness. We know everlasting is continual, non-stop. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have that. They didn't have that ever. Hebrews 11 and 33. Look, Mike, what you doing? What you doing? Okay then. About 39. We're going to read all of that. Now, y'all notice here, this is a rundown of people who exercise their faith.
What?
Hebrews 11 and 39. This is something of the people who exercise their faith and they were able to obtain. Like we read last night, by faith they got a good report. You know what I'm saying? But yet they didn't obtain to the final promise. He said, these all having obtained a good report through faith received not the promise. Elohim provided some better things for us that they without us should not be made perfect. That means if they were able to bring forth fruit to eternal life before Mashiach, he would have served no reason to come. You know what I'm saying? So he was biding time till the proper time. as we looked at last night, which we've already known. That's why he went to preach to the spirits in prison, because they had to get it too, right? You think that would be just for y'all to leave them people who before him, to leave him out in the wind? No, I ain't gonna leave him out in the wind. They gonna hear it too. They ain't know nothing about a Mashah to be married to another. Because you got to turn back. Let's look at the law in Deuteronomy 24. Let's just look at the law here. I seen that thing. I seen they buried that girl. Like they say, I guess it's official. They saying it's official. Now her husband the one blew her brains out. I just don't understand that. Whenever why marry somebody you gonna kill them?
Hey, y'all gonna sit right now.
It's just some things I just don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sit down.
I'll make sure y'all don't get that crazy about nobody, boy. You feel like you gotta hurt somebody about somebody, boy. You need to go talk to somebody. I'm for real. If you feel like you'll hurt yourself because somebody don't want to mess with you no more, you need to go talk to somebody. Something wrong with you. I'm for real. You got people like, man, I gotta tell you, I ain't joking about this boy. My homeboy brother, man, Bruce, boy, he killed himself by the woman. Blew her brains out. His old lady left him, he killed himself. He killed myself about no woman. They say all these women walking this earth, you gonna kill yourself about this woman, man, let it go, man, get you somebody else, man, maybe get you something better. That's not good, that man. You know what I'm saying? Don't never be that wrapped up in the individual person, boy. You feel like you want to do harm to yourself, do harm to others, sit in the house, don't want to go outside, sit with all the window closed, crying and whatnot. Man, get over, man, get a life, do something with yourself. Ain't that serious, man? Ain't that serious? No, hey, you know you have a space you might mourn for a little bit, then suck it up, go on with your life. You should never let nobody have that much sway on your heart where you get depressed because their presence is no longer there. If they died or something, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? I can see you being a little messed up. But niggas just say they don't want to mess with you no more. I'm of the mind, if you don't want me, I don't want you neither. Man, I ain't been no love like that. If you don't want me, I don't want you neither. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at it like this here. If I don't want somebody who don't want me. If you don't want me, I don't want you. There ain't nothing personal about it, because why would you fight for a position and a spot and you don't want to be, that person don't want you there. That's the same way I'm looking back in the 60s. I couldn't have been doing no sit-ins. Not with the mind I got. Not in no way in the world. You don't want me to sit here. You gonna beat me across my head for sitting here. And I'm finna take this beating to sit with you, and you telling me plainly you don't want nothing to do with me. Well, I don't want to eat at your lunch table then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, your pie look all right, but I don't know. I'm for real though. You got to look at that with people, man. If they don't want you around, you supposed to look at it in, that's your loss. That's your loss. I ain't losing nothing. Shoot, nigga, you made a lot on yourself. Deuteronomy 24:1. When a man have taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he has found some uncleanliness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement and give it in her hand and send her out of his house. And when she is departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife. And if the latter husband hate her and write her a bill of divorcement and give it in her hand and send it out of her house, his house, and if the latter husband die, which took her to be his wife, her former husband which sent her away may not take her again to be his wife. After that she is defiled. For that is an abomination before Yahuwah, and thou shalt not cause the land to sin, which Yahuwah thy Elohim give thee for an inheritance. Right. Why you think the whole time this man ain't never tell them people who he was and that was his wife? His wife had been sent out the house. You know that, right? Isaiah chapter 50. You all right, boy? You look like you dazed and confused. Oh, you all right? You and them raisins, Tizzy Lizzie. Thus saith Yahuwah, where is the bill of your mother's divorcement, whom I have put away? Which of my creditors is it to whom I sold you? Behold, your iniquities have you sold yourselves, and for your transgressions your mother is put away. That's the same thing the law says. So the law says he can't take us back then. Her former husband is a Mashiach, but he put her out. She went to be somebody else's husband. She married Baal. See, look at Hosea chapter 2 before we come back to Romans 7. Hosea chapter 2, probably about verse 8. What's going on over there, boy? Put your legs down, boy. For she did not know that I gave her corn and wine and oil and multiplied her silver and gold, which they prepared for Baal. Therefore will I return and take away my corn in the time thereof, and my wine in the season thereof, and will recover my wool and my flax given to cover her nakedness. And now I will discover her lewdness in the sight of her lovers, and none shall deliver her out of my hand. I will also cause all her mirth to cease, her feast days, her new moons, and her Shabbats, and all her solemn feasts. I will destroy her vines and her fig trees. Wherefore she hath said, these are my rewards that my lovers have given me. I will make them a forest, and the beasts of the field shall eat them. I will visit upon her the days of Balaam, when she burned incense to them. She decked herself with earrings, and her jewels she went after her lovers, and forgot me. That's what we ended up turning around to do, doing straight whoredoms. I'm looking for the thing that just escaped my mind where he mentioned this at. But he said, you know, in return, she said, I would go back to my husband at the first when it was better for me. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what a lot of hoes do. That's how you know that's how Yasharal is a whore. That our people is a whore. Because that's what old ungrateful, whorish woman does. Go mess with this. See, she had a good man. He did all this here for her, but she wasn't satisfied. So she was on the prowl looking for this, that, then the third. Then when she didn't get what she wanted, let me go back where I started from. Then when you try to get back where you started from, guess what? I don't want you. That's how we did y'all now. There's a reason why you read this word where he constantly compares us to a whorish woman. Because it's the behavior and the mentality. You know what I'm saying? That go along with that. Because there's a lot of women out here do stuff like that. Just like it said in Proverbs, he said a whorish woman to do something and wipe her face and say, adulterous woman say, I've done no evil. That's just what we did. What cause? What did we do? That's why he said in Micah chapter 6, he say, plead with me then. Tell me what I done did to you since you over here doing all this here. Since you ain't done no evil. Since I'm cracking you upside your head for no reason. Plead with me and tell me where I'm wrong at. See, some of y'all done probably done been in a relationship where you were arguing with a woman talking about she did this here. You like, well, what I did to you then? Well, see, you know, I like to go out to eat. You don't take me out to eat enough. That's your response. You know what I'm saying? You're a walking young man.
That was a girl, man.
No, that was dude.
Hey, I gotta figure out myself.
Look, Mike, get your butt in here, boy.
Don't follow the heathen.
You don't follow the heathen. You ain't gonna like what happened to you. Remember red dot on your head talking about hola and all other type of stuff. Have elephants in your house.
How you dancing?
Belly dancing and whatnot.
Smell like syrup.
He ain't lying, because when we walked in here, that what it smelled like. Syrup. You know what I'm saying? Ain't what nothing in here but veggie straws and shoes. It smelled like straight Aunt your mama.
That frozen quick, boy, he wastes no time.
I'm like this here, what y'all, what the pancakes at? Y'all ain't leaving nothing for nobody else.
Give him no time.
Quick, boy.
There it is. It was verse 7 in Hosea chapter 2 that I want to start at 1 2.
Dog, man, that walked in here quick.
But look at verse 5 though. He say, for their mother have played the harlot, she have conceived them that have done shamefully. For she said, I will go after my lovers that give me my bread and my water and my wool and my flax and my oil and my drink. Therefore, behold, I will hedge up thy way with thorns and make a wall, that she shall not find her paths. And she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them. She shall seek them, but she shall not find them. Then she shall say, I will go and return to my first husband, for then it was better with me than now. See, now we turn around and we looking at it is, let's go, that's what most of our people are, let me go back to the first covenant. See, it's better for me to go back to that than now. You know what I'm saying? 2 Corinthians chapter 3. Y'all understand what he's saying? He say, because he said, my first husband gave me bread, which we know that's a Mashiach flesh, signifying that. Flax, so to cover my clothes, so the Ruach HaKodesh for clothing. Water, the come unto me that all ye that are thirsty, come unto me and drink, or the oil, same thing, Ruach HaKodesh, all these things, eternal life. Say, let me go back to that. It was better with me than my first husband than it is now. You know what I'm saying? That also go back when the Mashiach tell you can't put old wine in new bottles. He say, lest you burst it and all be lost, because he say straightway the first is better than the second. That's how people look at it. What I did before was better than what you're trying to offer me now, because I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? That's why they trying to switch it up and say Mashiach has some new commandments, his commandments. Well, he didn't have nothing new. He ain't had nothing different. Why? How could he? How is that possible? Just like we talked the other day. What was Moses? Wasn't he a lawgiver? Don't the prophets state that Mashiach would be a lawgiver? So then guess what he got to do then? He got to give law then. If he don't do that, then guess what he's not? He's not a prophet like unto Moses then. That's what Moses did, didn't he? He got all the statutes and commandments. He the one came and brought the covenant to the people, right? He did all of that, right? Then the Mashiach got to do the same thing. 3 and 6. Give me some raisins, Lizzie. He said, who have also made us able ministers of the New Testament, not of the letter, but of the Spirit. For the letter kill, but the Spirit give life. But if the administration of death, written and engraved in stones, was glorious, so that the children of Yasharal could not steadfastly behold the face of Moses for the glory of his countenance, which glory was to be done away, how shall not the administration of the Spirit be rather glorious? For if the administration of condemnation be glory, much more doth the administration of righteousness exceed in glory. So remember we looked at last night, the law is righteous, but it's not the righteousness of faith that produces everlasting life. You know what I'm saying? The law show you if you break this, you die. There was nothing in those 2 tables of stone that said you could, if you do this, you live forever. Was there anything in it? Only thing in it said you do this here, boy, you good and gone. You good and gone. Only thing it said is you can stay in the land for a little bit. But the administration of the Ruach HaKodesh quicken you to life everlasting. Hey, you have to hold him down. You don't come back for him, you lose him.
But I'm telling you, he did not want to come back in. He's telling his mom, I don't want to go in there.
Me and Troy already seen that there. We said, we're going to leave him right there, let him wait for him. You don't come back, you got it.
I don't want to go in there.
Same way they got that umbrella in that Bible. Oh, you know somebody done walked out of here, got Troy and Far walking around here, this old heavy book. He left it in here. What you think they gonna do? Just leave it here till you come by? I'm taking that home.
With the people in the dead?
Yeah, probably got lost and found. Pretty sure they got lost and found.
He been did that. Some people say that thing gone.
You better go check that lost.
He already did
Bro, I
that.
did.
You talk to the people?
No, I talked to the man outside and clean up. Oh, well, hey, you probably
Yeah,
talk to the people.
Hit him with the sarcasm. I was in here when he came back from talking to the people, so I know he was like, man, I just asked the people.
I wouldn't take that apology for it. You know what I'm saying? You said that like you was a real chump. Like you was a real dumb. I wouldn't take that apology.
Hey man, hey, that's sarcasm.
Sarcasm on mine.
I can appreciate good sarcasm.
I read that you was dumb. That's what I heard.
You heard what you wanted to
I
hear.
didn't take it like that.
That's what I heard.
Corey know how to be. I said, I already know. We went through this earlier today.
I would take apology.
He said, I'm at my grandma's house. I'm like, oh, you at your grandma's house? He's like, no, I'm at my grandma's house. I'm at the house. Where you at? I'm at my grandma's house, bro. Oh, okay. I'm at the house. Oh, okay.
Corey, like they said, I'm just here. Vibing and fried.
Hey, this is the deal, man.
Just vibing and riding.
Where you at?
Come on back to Hebrew, Romans chapter 7. So we know, when was the Ruach HaKodesh given? How would it have to be given? The Mashiach had to die first, right? Which means he becomes Seth. Elohim done gave me another seed. Which allows you to what? To be married unto another, even though you actually married unto the same person. Because now he's no longer a living soul, he's a quickening spirit. You know what I'm saying? Same person, but I'm a different form, so you can marry me now. You know what I'm saying? Because upgrade. Because if I stay how I was, you can't marry me. So I had to devise a means for you to be able to marry me. You know, we looked at that before, man. So when we look in Romans 7, right? So when we see that when we... No, he said you couldn't be able to remarry if your wife had went and cleaved to somebody else and then they died and they tried to come back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, we went and married Baal, Ashtaroth, Allah, whoever you can think of. Then when we got tired of them, we say, you know what?
Let's go home.
Let's go home. It's better for me with my first husband. I'm like, no, you stinking hoe, don't you come over here.
New locks. New president. You don't live here.
Absolutely, he had to. This is the reason why you know that you can't marry and divorce and remarry while your spouse still living, because even when we were divorced from him, he never took another wife. You know what I'm saying? We took another husband. He never took another wife. He was sitting back looking on what I got to do to take my wife back. You know what I'm saying? Because if according to the law, if he don't set up a means to take us back, we supposed to die. You know what I'm saying? We're done. I had a dude tell my man, he was telling me about it. He was like, yeah, man, I'm telling the dude, he was like, man, how can he take us back if the law say you can't do that? And he say, man, see, that's just for us. See, y'all don't follow his own law.
That's classic.
Because, like I say though, when people want to justify something in their mind, they'll say anything out their mouth. They don't care about blasphemy. You know what I'm saying? And that goes to show you that we know, because the Mashiach said, I kept my father's commandments. That whole law is his father's commandment. That's not a Mashiach. That doesn't belong to him. That's why you kept seeing Moses saying, Yahuwah command, Yah command, Yahuwah command, Yah command. He telling me to tell you this here. This stuff don't belong to me. Moses was doing the same thing that we read in Psalm 71 that Mashiach did when he was walking. Moses never spoke of his own righteousness. He walked in the strength of Yah. He never made mention of himself. You know what I'm saying? To walk in the strength of Yah is to walk in faith, because he said, trust ye in Yah forever. Trust in Yah is everlasting strength. You know what I'm saying? That's the strength of Yah. That's what the Mashiach walked in. That's why he only make mention of his righteousness. Going back to when I was young, you taught me. That's why we went back and looked at Adam. You taught me. That's why Adam say, hey man, flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. That's why you think a Mashiach come around here and say, boy, I got to fold that other sheep that's not of this fold. I got to make him one. Because I already know what I've been taught. I only need one wife. I don't know nothing about no 2, 3. I don't know nothing about that. I wasn't taught that. Adam wasn't taught that. Adam was taught what? Get you one. That's all you need. That's what he would talk. Why you think Mashiach gonna come behind and do the same thing? Why you think Malachi said in the 2nd chapter of Malachi, he said, didn't he make him a godly seed? Didn't he make him one? Wherewith he gave them the residue of the spirit? Think it's just dumb. Because I mentioned it, I seen a woman arguing about polygamy. You know what I'm saying? Because you got dudes that say, oh, you a rebellious woman. You say, that doesn't make you that because you ain't going to go for that. It makes you intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Because these niggas want 3, 4 wives, but they want all y'all to go to work while they sitting there talking about, I'm doing the work of the Lord. While you pay all the bills. That's what them niggas say. Get them 3, 4 wives. I'm doing the work of the... A dude just had a seminar teaching women how to share their wife, share their husband. That's true story. Dude from ISU PK, man. They just had a seminar, I think October the 4th, talking about how to share your husband. You know what I'm saying? He said, he just told somebody, he said, y'all know what y'all talking about, nigga. I got 4 wives. I hope they all up under your roof. You stay in New Jersey, New York? That ain't cheap. 4? Nigga say, you barely want to take care of the one. You gonna multiply that? So continuing on. So now that we know we being delivered from death, now we able to serve this man in newness, becoming new creatures. You know what I'm saying? Actually being made in the image and conformed to the image of the Son. 7:7. We'll just go ahead and just drop straight on down to verse 9. Yes. Yes. Okay then. For I was alive without the law once, but when the commandment came, sin revived, and I died. Yes, she's enjoying herself, isn't she? And the commandment which was ordained to life, I found to be unto death. So that commandment, the laws were supposed to give you life anyway. We know that because what does the law say? I set before you blessing and cursing, life and death. So the law was never supposed to be for your death, but we know it wasn't never going to give you eternal life though. Because see, I put it this way. Most people can say they keep the law, but actually don't believe in y'all. You can have somebody be like, I ain't going to eat no pork, I'll keep the Shabbat, but yet they don't have no trust in y'all. They don't have no faith in y'all. When certain situations go down, they're going to fold. When their faith get tested. You know what I'm saying? Abraham's faith was tested in the fact of sacrifice your son. I know what I told you, but sacrifice your son. You know how many people wouldn't have done that? Not because they didn't want their son to die, but you told me he was going to be, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about this one. I ain't going to do it. You want to get out? No, you don't. He say, for sin taken occasion by the commandment deceived me, and by it slew me. Wherefore the law is Kadesh, and the commandment Kadesh, just and good. So if the law is just, that means if the law is just, what is it, gentlemen?
Blameless.
It's blameless. I mean, there's nothing you can say against it. It's set apart and it's good. So why would a Mashiach come and say that what is just and set apart and good, don't do it no more? We're supposed to be intelligent people. How can we go for that? John 5:16. What they done did the little muffins, things? She definitely don't sound like she's pleased. Say it's all D's fault. Wow, she said she's better now. He said, and therefore did the Yahudim persecute him and sought to slay him because he had done this on the Shabbat day. Yahusha answered them, my Father worked hitherto and I work. Therefore the Yahudim sought the more to kill him because he not only had broken the Shabbat, but also said that Elohim was his father, making himself equal with Elohim. Then answered Yahusha and said unto them, truly, truly, I say unto you, the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he see the Father do, for what things soever he do, these also do the Son likewise. For the Father loved the Son and show him all things that himself do, and he will show him greater works than these, that you may marvel. So that means everything he seen y'all do, that's what he did. That's usually what a son do with his father. He emulated. So that means is he speaking of his own righteousness or the righteousness of him that's sinning? Is he walking in his strength? Let's see what he tell him here when he walking in his strength in the 25th verse. Truly I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of Elohim, and they that hear shall live. Now he said, hear his voice. What did we read last night, referring to Psalm 95? He said, today, if you will hear his voice, harden not your hearts as in the provocation. When they were in the wilderness, the voice they were hearing was, keep my commandments. So I mean, for you to be able to hear his voice, that means you got to be able to hear the word. He that have ear to hear, let him hear. Why can you not understand my speech? Even because you cannot hear my word. Which means you can't hear the person who's sonning. That's why he said, if you don't believe Moses, you're not going to believe me, because he wrote of me. If you haven't believed his writings, how shall you believe my words? Because Moses' writings is what Yah told him to say. Hamashiach just coming back round and reiterating it and walking it out. Look at verse 26. For as the Father had life in himself, so have he given the Son to have life in himself. And he have given him authority to execute judgment, because he also is the Son of Man. When we look at the word and we look at most of the times who executed judgment, usually he said the wicked is your sword. Usually Yah Son of Man to execute judgment on another man. That's why he's able to execute judgment, because he is the Son of Man, which goes right back to what we seen with David and Solomon. David being the father, Solomon being the son of David, and David put in Solomon's hand to execute judgment on transgressors. About verse 30. Listen to what he tell him right here now. I can of my own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not my own will, but the will of the Father which hath sent me. What was Yah's will? We know that he came to die, but initially, what was his will? What he told him? Keep my commandments. Do what I tell you to do. That's all he's ever, even when you turn around and you look at Adam. He just told him, man, look here, all this here, you got that there, but just do what I tell you to do. When it comes down to it, Yah's will is to obey him. Believe me and obey me. Follow me with the whole heart, the whole mind, and the whole soul. This man ain't got no new commandments. Y'all ever read Hamashiach got some new commandment? Hold on, let's look at John 13, because you know they're trying to say this is a new commandment. John 13 and 31. They say this is a new commandment. Therefore, when he was gone out, Yahushua said, now is the Son of Man glorified, and Elohim is glorified in him. If Elohim be glorified in him, Elohim shall also glorify him in himself, and shall straightway glorify him. Little children, you that are yet a while I'm with you, you shall seek me. This is going back to what we read in Job 7. I ain't just got back to it. He said, let a yet a while, you'll seek me. And as I said unto the Yahudim, whither I go, you cannot come. So now I say to you, a new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if you have love one to another. Now he said, as I have loved you. How did the Mashiach love his apostles then? He died for them and he did something else too. In this same chapter. What he did? He washed their feet. That means he served them. You know, you can look at David, see him serving his servants. You know what I'm saying? Doing things for them. You can see many other men in this book doing that. So is him loving your brother as a Mashiach loved you, is that really a new commandment? That's already in the law, to love your neighbor as you love yourself. You know, even in Deuteronomy 13, he say, even your brother who you love as your own soul. Hamashiach loved us. That's the same thing going with Jonathan and David. He loved Jonathan as his own soul. So he rode for him. They served each other. They did things for one another. That's where it comes from. It's not a new commandment. Let's just look at Matthew chapter 5. Let's see if he come with new commandment. 5:27. Everybody all right? You have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you that whosoever look on a woman to lust after her, have committed adultery with her already in his heart. Okay, he said this new. But where we know this come from, gentlemen?
1 Samuel, 2 Samuel 11:2.
We just know it come from David with Bathsheba. That woman was married. He looked on that married woman. He lusted after her in his heart, and he went and had sex with her. So he had already committed adultery with her in his mind, because in his mind, he's like, boy, I'm finna go hit that. I'm the king. He went and did that. So when we see him say that, this is nothing new. This is what the word has already told us. He just was dropping it. And if they would have been skilled enough in the word, they would have known, oh boy, David did that with Bathsheba. He got a point. You know what I'm saying? They missed it though. Let's see the next one. And if that right eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. For it is proper for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not the whole body should be cast into hell. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off and cast it from thee. For it is profitable that one of thy members should perish, and not thy whole body should be cast into hell. So where did he get that from? Y'all don't remember where he got that from? We done went over it before. Say if you be given the appetite, put a knife to your throat. You know what I'm saying? If you give into your lusts and your desires, you need to kill that. You need to, like Paul told you in Colossians, man, mortify your members mean to kill them. You got to mortify your members. This man, what? Even Moses told you about mortifying your deeds. You know what I'm talking about? He ain't telling you nothing new. He ain't telling you nothing new. That's why I'm sitting here telling y'all. Every last one of y'all know the type of things you desire, you lust after. And if you know what your lust is and your frailties are, just like I told you last night, if you know what your weaknesses are, you better be aware of the wicked one come after you on it. You know what I'm saying? So if you know you giving the appetite, that's the same thing we done mentioned before. You know you like booties and old fine, big old thick women. Hey man, you better turn your head, your eye offend. You need to mortify your member, don't look. You know what I'm saying? You know, like this here, you know, if you love to smoke marijuana, you ain't finna be sitting with a whole bunch of niggas smoking. You just sitting around and breathing it in. I can hold on. But what that is, man, why were you smoking? Woo, niggas say, boy, look at this, what I just got. You looking at that weed like this here, boy, that thing got crystals. You know what's gonna happen after a while? You gonna pick that thing up, you gonna smoke in. The next thing you know, your eyes low. Well, what you been doing? I'm just tired, man. I had been on the shift. I'm just tired. I bet you is tired, nigga. Smell it off your shirt. You know what I'm talking about? Smell it on your shirt, cuz. I wasn't smoking as a contact. Why is you even sitting? Same way if you like to drink. What you gonna be sitting around niggas passing around beer and all that type of stuff? Nigga got big bottles of Ciroc. Know you drink Ciroc, you gonna be dancing like a sissy.
That Quan.
Nigga, I don't want nothing got to do with puppy, boy. You might stand up start being gay after a while. Shoot, I'm scared about son, John. Put that on, you don't know what might happen. Next thing you know, you hiding in closets. Around here talking about eating all the Frosted Flakes. That was shameful. That was shameful. Boy, Kevin Hart looking like you know. Us like this here, my booty still ain't healed from that. Boy, can't no grown man sit there. This man really pretty much talking like, yeah, boy, I was hitting him in the booty. In front of everybody. And he's smiling about it. Kevin Hart the only one be like, okay, ain't nobody peep what nobody talking about. Yeah, y'all were wrestling over there. You wrestling a 12, 13-year-old boy? For some Frosted Flakes?
And you in your 30s?
In your 30s. Yeah, you were trying to get some Frosted Flakes, all right. That's ugly, man. That's ugly. That's ugly, though.
People sell their kids and that's crazy.
But I mean, yeah, they do. But you know, the people ain't thinking. You know what I'm saying? Sean Combs finna rape her son. They ain't thinking that. You ain't thinking, oh, whatever buddy name was, Chris Stokes finna get all B2K booty. Cousin and all. This blood relatives. He ramshacking them. They sitting there, what's wrong with your Raz B? I don't want to talk about it.
That nigga was set up anyway, his name Raz B.
Already that nigga leaving raspberries.
That nigga said he set him up for it anyway.
You know he didn't give himself that name. I'm gonna call you Raz B. Why? You'll see. You'll see.
You gonna find out tonight.
You're gonna find I got some raspberries for you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't they fault, them young kids.
Under Chris Stokes.
Them young kids. Them young kids though. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna say this here like what somebody said, right? Once you get a certain age and they still doing it, oh nigga, you liked it. You know what I'm saying? Cause okay, I give you 10, 11, 12 years old. You know, you were vulnerable. Now you 16, 17 years old, that nigga hitting your booty. You like that nigga? You like that? Who? Well, I couldn't be 16, 17 years old, nigga come up to me talking about trying to what? Come on, cuz, you know this ain't right. But we fight about that. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Long Round and the boys wasn't 9, 10, 11 years old. These 15, 16, 17-year-old young men. At least with Jerry Sandusky, these little boys. 8, 9, 10 years old. But like I told you all along, some of y'all wasn't around. Ain't nowhere in the world no white man come to me talking about let's play butt naked in the shower. Mr. Sandusky. Mr. Sandusky. This can't go down like this here, Mr. Sandusky. This ain't right. I don't play games in the shower, sir. We are naked. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what up, and these black kids too, so you know that's got to be weird to them. Coming in here, hold on, sir. We don't do that type of stuff. It's okay, my son. Ain't okay. All right, come on over here. Come on over here. Come on over here. Come get you. Gonna walk. You definitely gonna let bite. You say what you want to say, boy. I'm gonna rip that thing right off and give it to you. You ain't finna get none of this here.
Ain't no easy win out there.
Ain't no easy win now. Ain't no easy win. You had to earn this one here. Man, you a young child, grown man get in the shower with you butt naked, talking about let's wrestle, let's play. Nigga, who plays in the shower? He really did them kids like that though.
Slip and fall.
We gonna slip and fall, all right. Slip these beamer right upside your head, cause you gotta know that, bro. I know me, 8, 9 years old. I ain't going for that. Hold up, cuz. Hold up, cuz. Boy, my mama sent me here to play football. I don't know what this is. This ain't right.
We're gonna do this back home.
We don't do this back home. We don't do this back home. You know what I'm saying? You around here talking about, I gotta say, he could have got it when they 10, 11. Come on, Omarion. That's your cousin. He coming in here swinging their penis. Talking about, I'm so far from where I was back then, I'm not even the same person. You know what I'm saying? Got these boys around here, they got permanent streaks and they draw for years. You know what I'm talking about? Playing with them, that stuff sad. They said they got a lot of them boys like that. You look at some of them R&B dudes, you looking at, he's so fine, he want what you want. Cause they done got it. You can look at him, boy. Trey Songz, they got it. They got it. They go to sit back looking at it because you see them, they young men when they come in. And then as they continue to get in this here, you see them get more feminine. And more feminine. And more feminine. And you don't, a man, let me tell you something, man. I seen this in prison too. We used to tell them niggas about that though. A man cannot be entering into your rectum and femininity don't come out of you after a period of time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Straight up. This is gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? So what you see is, as you see them dudes, you be like, why is he so feminine? Why he act like a girl? Like this here? Somebody tampering with him. Now, they done got to the age where you could tell these niggas to stop, but now they probably at the mind frame, they thinking that it's right. You know what I'm saying? But that's not cool because these were 9, 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old boys. And you big rusty grown niggas around here talking about, boy, I'm gonna get that booty. You pedophile. You know what I'm saying? If you, let's just say this here in the pictures we done seen it. If Puffy and Jamie Foxx want to bump booty, that's their business. You know what I'm saying? Leave them little boys out of it though. You know what I'm saying? Let them grow up and be men, and if they decide they want to bump booties with you, then let them bump booty then. Don't snatch the decision from them. You know what I'm talking about? But like I say though, once you niggas hit 16, 17, ain't no excuse, nigga. You like that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I done seen too many news stories. Them little kids be talking about, boy, it hurt. Boy, they ain't with it. You know what I'm talking about? But don't you try me like that. I'm going to fight this, that, and the other. You keep on with it. Oh, you like that. You like that. Cause boy, I seen that one boy talking about with Eddie Long. He say, man, he took me on trips. He say, why you ain't telling the stuff? He was buying me stuff. Oh, you a faggot. You a faggot. You know what I'm saying? You a faggot. They ain't let no grown man ain't who. Well, the first time that nigga would have sent me a picture in that spandex, boy, I'd have say, Mama, you need to talk to him. You need to talk to him. But talk. That's how you gotta hold the phone like this here so she good and see it. You don't want to hold it to the side, cause I don't want nothing in the way. I want to make sure you see this grown rusted nigga with these spandex shorts on. Look like he done primed up too, mama. In his bathroom. Grown man don't send no other man no photograph like that.
No. Grown man shouldn't have no standard.
Grown man ain't send. A grown man don't send his own homeboy photographs of himself. It's unacceptable.
Let's see what his kids so.
Oh, that's the only way. Nigga sending a family photo. Bro, I just took, bro, send you this picture of me and the kids. You know what I'm saying? Nigga cool with that. Nigga don't send me no selfie, nigga. You smoking drugs, man? You smoke the marijuana? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, you standing there talking about take this picture. I'm finna. And the only way it's cool for you to send your homeboy a picture, you got to be locked up. You send that out, nigga ain't mad at you because they in the chain gang. You probably done hit the chain gang pose. I was tripping. I seen Edra James hit it on Instagram. I said, look at this nigga with the chain gang pose that he had up on it one time for them boys up the road. I said, that's why he was doing it. Y'all know the chain gang pose. He like to hit it on. Some niggas get all the way down with it. Some just crouch. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way, man. There's not many instances you like to see, man. Man, look, I've known this man 20. I ain't never thought, but let me send that nigga a picture. For what? Nigga just ride, I'm gonna take a picture, let me send it to my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Let me send it to my homeboy.
That's okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you done took a picture and your kids with you, they gonna be like, well, shoot, nigga might shoot, send it to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's just for the kids. I'm just happy to be in here. Kids in here, you know, nigga, they ain't mad. See, women, y'all can do stuff like that. Take pictures and send it, girl, look at my outfit. I wish a nigga would send me a picture about look at my outfit. Come on, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You just could have came to the house and let me see the outfit. That's what niggas do.
Oh, they might see a picture of the fit laid out like, bro, I'm kill him.
Niggas do that one there too now.
I'ma kill him.
They took the picture of the fit and the shoes with the socks laid out. Boy, I'ma kill him tonight, boy.
You better not be in it, man.
Boy, I'ma kill him tonight.
Better send an
You done did that little Stanley? You ain't never took the picture. I ain't never done it either though, but that's what a nigga do though. When a nigga really feeling his fit, you lay him on out.
Yeah.
Wow, my nigga.
Got them pennies.
It's going down tonight, boy. I'ma kill him. I'ma kill him. Oh, you bet, cause you know what we'll do. If you don't tell him you been called the boy, I just caught me a fit for the night, boy. I'ma kill them niggas tonight. Shoot, you know a nigga pick up like this here, they didn't even want to pick that nigga up. He know he wasn't even supposed to stop around. He didn't want like this here. And he walk up, make sure you see him, boy. I see them kicks, boy.
Where you at, bro?
I see them kicks, boy. I see them kicks, boy. Cause you know how black people do, boy. You got to see me.
Alright, bro, I'm about to come through.
You know they had paid a fool on BET on money, like they say, you know what I'm saying? He said, come on, let's go be stars in here. How you feeling? You finna step out, boy, you feeling good? You had a good week? Fresh fit, fresh kick? Like they said, somebody gonna see me tonight. You know what I'm talking about? I wouldn't care about who house I pull up to, nigga gonna see me this fit tonight. You better not send it in the photograph though. Cause I'm telling you what's coming next. This nigga a faggot. Certified homosexual. Nigga gonna send me talking about look at my fit, bro. Check me out, my nigga. Nigga gonna punch this nigga in the face when I see him. You know what I'm talking about? My old lady pick up this phone, oh, so that's how you living? That's how you living. You and your homeboys, y'all do that? Send photographs to each other? Y'all compare outfits, huh? That's what them homos do. Homeboy, dude on my page put up there 3 sayings no grown man should say. This is giving me life. I totally agree. I'm feeling myself, but I told him that used to be a 90s term. Niggas used to say that back in the day. Now it's straight gay. And I'm riding on my surfboard. I don't even know what that means. And I don't even want to know what it means.
I'm still yet to figure it out.
I know that.
Yeah, but I still don't know what it means.
I don't know what it means.
What?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Ain't no grown man got no business saying that. I'm riding on my surfboard.
I don't know what it means.
I mean, I'm riding, man, with vagina.
I thought it meant you On another man beat.
Yeah, I feel what it means. That's exactly what it means.
Yeah, okay. Beyonce, oh yeah, oh no.
Sound bad. Like,
That's, oh no. I see a grown man walk around here talking about I'm riding on my surfboard. Somebody give me my pistol. Kill him. He's already done. He's done. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling myself. Like I said, that was a term that nigga said when we were younger. Nigga be like, what's going, boy? I'm feeling myself right now, boy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga in his zone. Nigga like, you can't tell me nothing. Let a nigga have a fresh fit on. That's the first thing called. That nigga feeling himself. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't gonna let you be known. Yeah, I'm feeling myself right now. Especially when they go to talking sport and talking greasy. You know what I'm saying? He nigga, I'm feeling myself right now. Or they be on that look and they go to, nah, boy, you's a faggot. Boy, you can't say that no more. But a nigga talking about this giving me life, I bet not never hear no grown. I bet not never hear damn one of you niggas say that. That don't even sound like nothing the man's supposed to say.
I heard nobody say that.
Talking about this giving me life.
Oh, like
What?
you been thirsty all day, somebody bring some water.
That son did give you life, oh sweet booty nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Go around here country nigga, man, these niggas crazy out here. Like, that's the only time I've ever seen or heard giving me life, a woman did it. But I seen niggas do something else I don't agree with that saying yes and drawing it all the way out. And typing that all the way out. Grown men doing this.
That grown man shouldn't text you back K. Put an O in front of that K.
Please.
Okay.
I do 2K.
Don't do 2Ks. Put the O in front of it, sir.
Put the O in front of
Always
it.
do that, and I just be looking at it like,
I don't feel like,
He say, Glover say he don't feel like no grown man should use no emojis.
yeah, bro, that's gay. That's faggot, bro, using emojis. That's
You know what I'm saying?
And they designed it for women. You can tell when you look at all of them.
you know they got the black man dancing like.
But go like this here, he said what you want to say. He said they ain't make that for us. He said that was for y'all.
Nigga right here using the mo.
You know, that's
Some of them niggas go hard with them though.
I mean, text another nigga with,
Yeah.
with the emoji with the heart eyes.
I don't think they
I mean, you can't emotion another nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
the thing. You
I mean,
can't
in your old lady,
take to
you know,
another
all them
nigga,
eyes
you
are like
can't
this.
I give you that there, because I ain't got no business sending no emoji to no other man unless it's the crying, laughing face.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. I be saying.
I give you that one there. You around here having a conversation, putting emojis in
Put
it,
smiley
side-eyeing another nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Tongue with the eye, tongue one eye open, winking with the tongue out.
I mean, but that's your wife though.
Grown man ain't got, I mean, it's just certain, there's this man law violation. There's certain things men don't do.
But I'll text her.
I ain't texting it to nobody.
That boy hit me.
I ain't texting K to nobody. I done told you that before.
What he say?
I ain't texting K to no, I'm gonna spell that out. If I don't spell it out, I'm gonna say, all right. Either or.
Bet, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a bet. Ain't no K's. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea about me. You know, I ain't never text you no K, nigga.
Man, I got a text right now that said K from me.
Bet you told a bold face lie. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't did nothing like that. Straight up and down. Ooh, no. You know what I'm saying? They don't play them type of games, boy. It's them man law violations, boy. We men right. Like I gotta hit it with the line before we proceed. We real men. Straight out the collard green patch. We play them type of games. You know what I'm saying? Let's turn around, let's look at verse 31 of Matthew chapter 5, see if he brought nothing new. Y'all just bear with me. You know we ain't got no good sense. Who you said you do? I thought T said she got good sense. I was gonna say you just shot out a grape seed. No, you crazy. He said, it hath been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give a bill of divorcement. But I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, cause her to commit adultery. Whosoever shall marry her that is divorced, commit adultery. Where can we find that? Is this new? Then where can we find out everything he just said? Can we not find that out in Deuteronomy 22? When your woman, he said you around here looking for the tokens of virginity and don't find none. I found this woman not to be a maid. That's the only cause you can put away your wife. Because Deuteronomy 24 say if you find some reason of uncleanliness in her. Uncleanliness mean I found out why you think Joseph was ready to put Mary away. She pregnant. I ain't been up in her. It ain't none of my baby, so shoot, she been humping around. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing clicked in his head. Well, she prayed, I'm finna put her away because he knew the law. Oh, he saying somebody committing adultery if you marry somebody who put away. Where did he get that from? Like I told you in Malachi chapter 2, don't deal treacherously with the wife of your youth. You know what I'm talking about? That's why when he say don't deal treacherously, mean don't turn your back on her, right? Why you think Adam was willing to go down and die for his wife? I ain't gonna deal with her treacherously. What happened to her, I'm gonna do it too. I could have left her right here. You know what I'm saying? Left her on her own. I ain't gonna do it. Malachi 2 say y'all hate putting away. That's an abomination to him. So if you marry somebody else who put away, you commit adultery. While you sat back, all you got to do is he put Yasharal away, and then he said she was an adulteress while she was messing with other gods. Ain't nothing new. Let's see if the next thing he said. Let's see if that's new. Again, you have heard that it has been said by them of old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself, but thou shalt perform unto Yahuwah thine oaths. But I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by Shamahim, for it is Elohim's throne, nor by the earth, for it is his footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou cannot make one hair white or black. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay, for whatsoever is more than these come evil. Don't we know in the book of Ecclesiastes by chapter 7, he told us all this here? Solomon already told you all that there. He says it's better for you to not swear at all than to swear and not pay. So don't even do it. So he didn't come and tell you nothing new. You got to remember, he taught me from my youth. You know what I'm saying? I will speak of his righteousness and his righteousness only. Everything he said right here is scripture to back it. He didn't come up with nothing new. Let's see the next thing. He say, but I say unto you, you have heard that it has been said, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you that you resist not evil. But whosoever shall smite thee on the right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if any man will sue thee at the law and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also. And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain. So he basically said if anybody do you wrong, don't do it back. The law says eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, bro.
David and Saul, right?
David and Saul did it. Even when you look at Abner, when Joab killed Abner, even with Amasa, he didn't tell them to go eye for eye, tooth for a tooth, and render back to them what he deserved. He didn't do that till what we mentioned earlier. He gave that judgment to the son to render unto them the works that they had done required for what they had done did. He said, you a wise man, you know what to do. But when David was in that situation, did he go eye for eye, tooth for tooth? Even with what's his name? Nabal. And what he did. You know what I'm talking about? He was ready to come see him. But what did he not do? He didn't give him eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. He let him live. So that's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Even with Laban hustling Jacob out of Rachel and getting another 7 years up out of him. He said, my righteousness going to prove me out. I ain't got to do none of that. You done defrauded me, I'm going to keep on going with you. I ain't going to do nothing else. Y'all going to vindicate me. So that's nothing new. See, it's new when you're stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's new when you don't know the law, you don't know the Tanakh, and then somebody come in playing on your ignorance of this stuff. Making you think this man said something new when we can validate everything he's saying out of his mouth. We done dealt with when he say love them, love your neighbors. I mean, we done dealt with when he say you say you love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But now I say that you love your enemies. We done dealt with that before. Whether it's David and Saul, even if it's Jonathan and Saul, because Saul ended up becoming an enemy to his own son. You know what I'm talking about? Whether it's Jacob and Laban, whether it's Jacob and Esau. You know what I'm talking about? You've seen that. So we know this ain't nothing new. We know Proverbs say if your enemy be hungry, give him drink. And if he be hungry, give him bread. And if he be thirsty, give him drink. Doing so, you heap coals of fire on his head. We know the book of Proverbs say, rejoice not when your enemy fall, lest it displease y'all and he take his hand from him. So that's nothing new. So he ain't telling you to keep no new commandment. He was telling you to do what you already should have been doing. If the whole book is instruction, then them people, what they were doing was instruction on how you to carry and conduct yourself. The instruction just don't start with Genesis and end in Deuteronomy. It does when you're stupid. So are these any new commandments? Absolutely not. Let's look at another thing in John 13, again, about verse 20, what did Mashiach say? I had something to Deuteronomy chapter 1, but I don't think we're going to get around to that this afternoon. Just didn't have no way to fit that in. Yeah, I just don't have no way to fit that in. You all right? Let's stand. You finna get up out of here. Look, Stanley's birthday was Tuesday, wasn't it? How old you here now, Stanley? 24.
Smooth 12.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't see that picture his mama put up there embarrassing him, boy. He grew into his head, boy. She had him up there with the cowboy hat on, smiling. You know what I'm talking about? You couldn't tell it nothing. Sitting like this here, right? This here, boy. You loved that cowboy hat, didn't you? You like that cowboy hat. Ain't nothing wrong with it. So you wore it every day too, then? So only for pictures, huh?
I don't know, man, taking a picture, I'm probably a force.
No, horse. It was on a horse. That was it. I had a picture on the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know they put him on the horse with the cowboy hat on. Look at my little cowboy. At least he wasn't a Dallas cowboy. That means you like women and drugs and losing.
Women, drugs, and
90, there was some women, huh?
Yeah, for about 5-year run. Cause they were pure D garbage for them. Them boys were 1-15 in '89.
You said what?
They were 1-15 in 1989.
We got some titles like that in Jacksonville.
I mean, I know that because I had Troy Aikman's rookie card. That's why I remember.
Probably wasn't worth much.
Not then, it probably is now. If it wasn't mass produced, he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I said 1 of 15. Wasn't that pretty good?
Well, they don't go by the record. You know, cards go by rarity and who the player is. The less amount of those cards in circulation, the more it's going to be worth. Like it was baseball cards I had replicas of, like that they used to put in cigar packs and cigarette packs. That's from the early 1900s or 1800s, or like Honus Wagner and Tris Speaker and Ty Cobb and like that there. You get your hands on them now, man, they probably worth anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000.
What my baseball cards?
If you get your hands on a Mickey Mantle rookie card and it's in pristine condition, man, you might could get you about $50,000, $60,000 for it. It's just all about rarity, man. I can remember when Breon had a couple cards, boy, I said, well, you might want to cash them in. He was like, I'm going to hold them. Now they ain't worth nothing. Like he had a couple Shaq rookie cards, and at the time they were worth like $300-something. Now they made so many of them, that thing ain't even worth about $2, $3. I mean, basketball cards, baseball, trading cards, period, are no different than any other collectible. I mean, commodity, I should say.
I need a couple autographs or you a bucket card.
It's just rarity. The rarer it is, the more it's going to be worth. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you, see, people don't deal with trading cards no more. If you really want something to be able to sell and make some money, you got to get you a game-used jersey, even more so if it's got an autograph on it. And they can authenticate what game it was worn in and used. Like his jerseys I done seen got grass stains on it. They be like, yeah, this was worn in such and such game. They can authenticate it. And yeah, you can get off it. But that's a niche market though. You know, everybody's not looking for that. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't gonna walk up to somebody, I got this game worn 1988 playoff game Joe Montana jersey. Look at the sweat stains. Give me $15,000. To the right person, they'll buy them. Don't you know how much money you can get? Let's just say this here. Let me try to think of a game.
Star Wars, I know that number, kid.
Oh yeah, you know that's nerd stuff. I'm trying to think of a classic game with somebody. Like this way, like put it this way. If you could get your hand on the game-worn jersey that Michael Jordan had on when he hit that shot against the Utah Jazz to win that 6th title, you get some money for that. They can validate and authenticate that jersey came from that game and he had that on, or you gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? Where you going? Who else got that?
Millions.
Or if you could get the jersey Joe Montana wore to lead the 49ers to beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl when he hit John Taylor. That's rare. Where you going to get that at? You get a lot of money for that. You know what I'm saying? People will pay you for that. You'll be surprised too. Get on one of them auction sites, have one of the people auction it, be willing to let them get a percentage. It'd be worth it. You know, NFL Shop auction off jerseys all the time. I just don't buy none because most of them Nike jerseys, but they auction them all the time. And you can get them for next to nothing. Some of them you can't though, but you can get helmets though. Like this here, you know, Rashard Green over here can't do it, he'll get fined. We'll tell that nigga, just walk through that man, just get helmets, tell them niggas to sign it. But we ain't got nobody on the team worth signing and get no money from.
crazy. Get you a Blake Bortles or a TJ Yeldon, them boy gonna be somebody soon.
Yeah, maybe not, but right now it ain't worth nothing.
Who will be? Sit on
You know what I'm saying?
patience.
Hopefully we won't be here that long.
I know that's right. I'd like to see him do better. I'd also like not to be here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm down with them boys. I want to see them boys really. What they at 1-4 right now? I want them to see reel off 11 straight victories. I also want to get out of this hellhole. You know what I'm saying? If it, you know what I'm talking about? Well, how things looking, how these boys falling off, boy, this thing finna get real. Cause boy, I see niggas falling off like flies. I'm talking about people who say they were in this way and believed in the martial art. I'm seeing them falling off like flies. I just seen another one today. I don't longer believe Isaiah 53 is about Jesus. That's how it starts. You'll be surprised. It's people that I know that y'all know, and I know Tita says that she knows that when they started dealing with this here, man, they don't deal with it no more.
Yup, plenty.
I'm talking about, boy, they around here talking about Egyptology and Kemet. You know what I'm talking about? There's a girl that me and T both know, and I warned her about messing with this man. He came at her with that multiple wives stuff. I told her, man, we don't go for that. I inbox her. I ain't want to argue with the nigga. She went round there and married him anyway. That nigga got her up there, beating on her, all type of stuff. When she finally got away from him, she was worse than what she was when she started. She didn't dress like a whore before. She dressed like one after. Now she a truck driver, done been married and divorced and don't deal with the word at all. You know what I'm saying? At all. Yeah, I had that woman on there talking about she was one of Halak's housewives. He had a Facebook page called Halak's Housewives, where they were talking to each other. That girl went right up there to Chicago from VA, boy, and that nigga he ain't around here talking about he wanted to beat her up in the bedroom. He was beating her up. He was literally beating her up. Like she around here talking about, don't tell him that I called you. Don't get, you know you was in an abusive situation when you telling people, tell him you ain't heard, if he asks, you ain't heard from me. Don't give him my new number. You know what I'm saying? That's sad, man. That's real sad, man. Come on back to John 13 and 20, what we looking at. He said, truly, truly, I say unto you, he that received whomsoever I send, receive me, and he that received me, receive him that sent me. Look at the 12th chapter of John and about verse 44. Yahushua cried and said, he that believe on me, believe not on me, but him that sent me. And he that see me, see him that sent me. I come a light into the world, that whosoever believe on me should not abide in darkness. And if any man hear my words and believe not, I judge him not, for I come not to judge the world, but to save the world. He that reject me and receive not my words, have one that judge him, the word that I have spoken, the same shall judge him in the last day. For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which has sent me, he gave me a commandment, what I should say and what I should speak. That means he had to teach him what he should say and what he should speak. And all these things is to do what? Let's swing back over here a little further down, up I should say, in John chapter 12 and verse 23. That nigga out, he put the hood on though. Listen what he say now. Yahushua answered them, saying, the hour is come that the Son of Man should be glorified. Truly, truly, I say unto you, except the corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abide alone, but if it die, it bring forth much fruit. Remember that what he said? He said before we had brought forth fruit unto death. But now because of a Mashiach, and now we done removed ourselves from the things that we were now of ashamed at that particular time, now we can bring forth fruit unto the beauty of Kadesh to eternal life. That's the whole thing which faith, the obedience of faith is supposed to produce. It's supposed to produce the fruit that leads to eternal life. What she mad? Food going again? Huh? Oh, that's Lizzie. You understand what I'm telling you? He said to serve him in newness of the spirit and not the letter. See, that's what a lot of dudes, that's what, like he say, what he say that dude say, you back the Torah Israelites. They make it seem like we saying that we trying to tell you serve in the letter. We trying to tell you to serve this man in the spirit. Through serving this man in the spirit, you're going to keep his word. He just said, if you don't hear my word, you don't reject me. You reject him that sent me. These words ain't mine. When that man asked, what should I do to get eternal life? He said, man, keep the commandments. Which ones? You notice the key thing he said, which one? So you know this old smarty art nigga. He said, keep the commandments. Your response is, which one? What you mean, which one? What do you mean? So then when they asked him, well, what's the greatest commandment? He told them Deuteronomy 6. That's the first thing he told him. He went straight to the law, so that's it, letting you know who taught him that. His father taught him that. Why else would he turn around and tell them that? Every time they asked him, son, he went back to the law with it, didn't he? They say, man, you blaspheme. He said, how I blaspheme, saying I'm the son of the Most High. He said, ain't it written in your law that ye are God? Ain't it written there? So who words was he speaking? Or when they came up on him, it just was in my mind and it jumped right up. Or when he sat back and told him, he that hate me, hate my Father also. He said that it may be fulfilled. That's written in the law. They hated me without a cause. You know what I'm talking about? He said, the works that I do bear witness that the Father has sent me. So what works is he talking about? The works that are attained in the scriptures. That's why every time he spoke, did he speak of himself or he spoke of his Father? So who righteousness he went in? So thy righteousness is the only righteousness I'm going to speak because you the only one that's right. You the only one that's good. You taught me. I'm a product of you. You're not a product of me. You know what I'm saying? Yahusha emanate out of Yahuwah. Yahuwah didn't come out of Yahusha. You know what I'm saying? So why would Yahusha come and sit back and say, this my Father, whom I love and reverence and respect and obey. But you ain't got to do nothing what he told me to do. Just do what I say do. But the government going to be on his shoulder, meaning the authority. He Yasharal, as a prince, you got power with Elohim and man. So that means if he got power as the Most High, then everything the Most High about, then he going to be by. Niggas is idiots. Guess what, though? Niggas buy it, though. Of course you want to say that, we're going to keep the apostles' doctrine because they taught what a Mashiach taught. See, that law got you under bondage, brother. See, they trying to bring you into bondage by keeping the Sabbath. See, you ain't had to be in here listening to this man today. You could have been watching Florida and LSU. You could have been watching Alabama and Texas A&M. It's an 85-degree day in Jacksonville, Florida. You could have went on the beach today, brother. Scoped you out some nice women in a two-piece. See, that's under bondage. See, you just got to love. It doesn't matter if that brother had sex with your wife. Love him and encourage him in his sin.
Do it again, man. Do it again.
He talking about encourage him.
But what you told ain't that what they saying?
She like it like that.
It doesn't matter if that brother was stealing out of that store. Tell him, brother, see, God loves you, brother. See, Yahuwah, he loves you, brother. You ain't got to steal. Them people not going to lock you up for that crime. I'm going to tell them to love you and not take you to jail. They going to sit and look at you. You don't get your drunk behind out of here. You go. That's how they sound, though, don't it? When you actually sit back and look at it, that sounds real stupid. You know what I'm saying? Just like I was telling him. Ain't nobody getting up thinking like, boy, I want to do this to him or make him run, make him clean yards. I don't want to have to slap you upside your head, all this type of stuff. But every time we come around, you done this and you done that and you done this. So there has to be, you have to know that there's consequences for your actions. You know what I'm saying? That's what people don't want. And then they say you don't love them when you reiterate to them that there's consequences for their actions. You made the conscious decision to do something that you already knew was wrong. You could try to spin it and make it, try to play dumb and act, nigga, you knew. You can tell when somebody sincerely didn't know something because it'd be a true look of bewilderment on their face like, I really didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you know you ain't had no business putting your penis in that man's wife. You knew you ain't had no business coming out the door looking like that. He know full well he ain't had no business pulling that firearm, but he was being a kid, so they be one of them things, okay, you were just dumb. But you knew you ain't had no business raising your hand to your mama. You knew you ain't had no business stealing yo-yos. You knew that pencil sharpener wasn't yours. You knew that money you took from your mama wasn't yours. What you gonna do from that? What we gonna have to do about that? It's just like this here. Boy, hey, boy, I know if I get caught selling crack, I'm going to prison. So now I'm gonna blame the police and the court system because they did their job. You know what I'm saying? They did their job.
Do like Nino Brown.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when we sit back and you look at it's consequences for committing crime. The consequence is you could be incarcerated for an indeterminate amount of time. So now, I see these crackers, man, they ain't right, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah, they caught me with a couple keys, bro. They ain't had to give me 25 years for it, though. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Pimp C put it one time, man. He said when niggas doing 40, when you're 25, that's life. And when your career is selling dope, somebody got to pay the price. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to pay that. You do something stupid, boy, you got to pay the price. See, don't nobody want to pay the price. You want to keep on going and you want somebody, just like this here. We wasn't that lame to know better. And none of our homeboys will come at us like that if we done caught a case. It's just none of this, boy. Boy, you got to stay up out of there, boy. If you kind of down bad, nigga shoot your son to be that there, but nigga ain't going to encourage your own life shooting. Nigga, them crackers did you wrong, bro. Nigga, we already know we wrong. Nigga just got caught slipping. Nigga wasn't on top of their game. You missed something. That's how you was slacking on your pimping, man. Now you done had to sit there. Now you got to pay bond money if that's the case. Maybe had to pay for a lawyer, or you done sat in here in the county. Can't make no money in here. You know what I'm saying? You taking losses all the way around. You taking losses all the way around. I can't be mad at JSO. That's JSO job. That's what they pay them for, to enforce the law. You know what I'm talking about? Well, this ain't no different with somebody who preached the word. His job is to enforce the law. He's supposed to let that be known and to reprimand you when you come outside the law. That's in our law. But don't nobody want that reprimand. Encourage you, bro. You did something. How can I encourage you when you doing something wrong? How can you even get encouragement? To me is only positive. You know what I'm saying? You did 25 jumping jacks. Come on, man, you can do 5 more.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your
You bench pressing 230. Come on, put 5 more pounds on that boy. 20 more pounds, boy, you can get that.
Those needing a ride home, please.
Look at him. He bench pressed 230 pounds.
Still closed in 15 minutes at 5:45.
He sat up tall with it too,
The library will close promptly at 6
Come on, I just
p.m.
did that this week. He ain't do nothing like this here. But what that deadlift look like though?
Straight up.
I got on it yet. We can get that though.
335 over
Get that
here.
though.
I pulled 335 over here, bro.
Huh? We working on 500 over here, man. We trying to get the fold into 5. You ready? Well, it take you about a year though. It takes some time.
Some are stronger than others.
Indeed.
You know, I hear you. Bet you won't be to no 400-pound deadlift in 3 months. You do that there, you own something.
Bet y'all will.
Yeah, you been deadlifting though.
Not from a year.
How long you been dead? You been working out almost a year now.
No.
I just want to make sure I
You
do
been
it
pretty much
right.
working out almost all year.
No.
When you started?
About like April.
You can verify that?
No. I got a picture of
About 6 months. Picture in the bathroom.
motivation. Straight up.
Motivation.
This is what I used to be. This is what I am now.
Pretty much.
Deadlifting is a sure sign of strength. It's three things you can do to show your strength.
Squatting.
No, that's not one of them.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's not.
500 pounds. Boy, they got some strength.
Yeah, you do, but that's not one of them though.
I throw logs though.
One of them is to be able to deadlift twice your weight, to be able to shoulder press your weight, and to be able to do a farmer's walk for 100 yards with your weight, and if you could be able to do 10 pull-ups. You know what I'm saying? You can do that there, you're pretty strong. You know what I'm saying? But one of the good parts, if you can deadlift twice your weight, you're in a good spot. At that 335, you pretty much you can deadlift twice your weight right now.
Yeah.
That's pretty strong.
Coming for you.
Could have come harder. I'm on 400.
Woo-woo.
I could have did 350.
Just letting you know some coming.
I just did.
You say he coming. Hey,
Well.
holler at us on Thursday, man.
Thursdays.
Thursday. I might not deadlift though. See how my back.
Yeah, look for that one. You know what I'm saying? Put him on the ground and pick him up.
Pick him up. I see what my back feel because the deadlift could have had something to do with it. Graveyard. Graveyard. But let me finish this out so we can get out of here. And Yahusha answered them, saying, the hour is come that the Son of Man should be glorified. Truly, truly, I say unto you, except the corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, abide alone, but if it die, bring forth much fruit. He that love his life shall lose it, and he that hate his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. If any man serve me, let him follow me, and where I am, there shall also my servant be. If any man serve him, will my Father honor. If any man serve me, him will my Father honor. Well, we know the Father honored the Son because he kept the Father's commandments. As we know in John chapter 6, and Mashiach said, even as I live by the Father, he that eat my flesh and drink my blood will live by me. Mashiach lived by the word. That's how we supposed to live. You know what I'm saying? That man didn't come with no new commandments. Every time he spoke, you notice every time, my Father, my Father, my Father, my Father. That's validating John chapter 7. He that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory. He that speaketh of him that sent him, the same is true, and there's no unrighteousness in him. He never spoke of himself. He did it one time when he said, I am the light of the world. They say, you bear record of yourself. He said, even though I do, my record is true. Because I know who sent me. You know what I'm talking about? You know that's when you know, like I said, you know, because we know we black, that's how we do. I've been and told you something. Okay, I know ain't nobody came and really sat back and said it. You know what I'm talking about? But just know though, bro. Yeah, I said it. I got something to back that up though. Check my resume out. Holla at me. You know what I'm talking about? I got some records with mine. Look at these works I'm doing. Just like he told his disciples. He said, if you don't believe me for my words, then believe me for the work's sake. Believe what I'm doing, fulfilling the book. Because you would know the Son of the Most High gonna do what the Father do. You in that backpack. Come on back to Job chapter 7. So as we see what is man that thou should magnify him and that he should set thy heart upon him, we see that's Yahusha. He esteemed him, he magnified him, he set his heart upon him. Why did the Father set upon his heart upon him? Because this is my beloved Son in whom I'm well pleased. Why else would he be well pleased in him other than because he obeyed? Just like Malachi say, he say, thou shalt be mine. As he said, when I make up my jewels, as a son honoreth his father. You know what I'm talking about? You got to look at that. All y'all in here who got kids, that's the one thing for you to set your love upon your children, to give them the things that you want to give them. They got to obey. That's why old Captain Stupid over there don't got nothing. That's a nigga from the Love Boat, man. Dude from the Love Boat. You know what I'm saying? That's Captain Stupid. Right now, like this here, we don't want to call her. I was going to say, like they say, I was going to say something else, but I ain't going to say that, Doug. I ain't going to say Captain Stupid. What'd he say?
It ain't that funny. How you know? You ain't in my head, man.
Stanley want to blow the whistle.
Oh, salt and pepper over there.
Salt and pepper. We ain't talking about your beard, man.
We talking about that seasoning you be throwing on the thing.
You talking about that beard now. We talking about that soul patch you got over there.
No, ain't no soul, man.
That's lumps.
Calm down, man. We finished there. You can start that when I get done.
No, we ain't doing that.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
But sit there and think about that. He said, how long wilt thou depart from me, nor let me alone, till I swallow down my spittle? He knew the Father was going to be apart from him for how long? 3 days, 3 nights. Then he said, I have sinned, what shall I do unto thee, O thou preserver of men? Why hast thou set me as a mark against thee, so that I'm a burden to myself? Because he was burdened with, I'm finna die, man. I've sinned against thee. I got to become sin. I got to take this on. I'm a burden to myself. Because remember, he said he'll bear the burden on his shoulders. You know, remember that in Ezekiel chapter 12? Say, this is the burden of the prince of Jerusalem. He bare it on his shoulder. Issachar's a strong ass couching down between two burdens. He bare down his shoulder to bear. You know what I'm saying? He took the burden on himself. Taking this burden on himself, as he just said, Father, glorify thy name. He said it's time for the Son to be glorified, that you might be glorified. Because then what the Son went through, that brought honor to Yah, to show forth how much Yah loved us in order to send his Son to redeem us from death. He said, why dost thou not pardon my transgression and take away my iniquity? Don't y'all realize we already read this here already. He said, for now shall I sleep in the dust, and thou shalt seek me in the morning, but I shall not be. He had already told his apostles, like he had told them in John chapter 7. He said, you're going to look for me, but you're not going to find me. You know what I'm saying? That ain't just when he came to the grave. You know what I'm talking about? And they looked for him. That's also when he got taken into Shamaim. Well, I'm going, you can't go. You're going to look for me and you can't find me. All these things his father had to mention. All these things. All he did was walk in the strength of Yahuwah. Let's look at Psalm 71 real fast. Make sure we ain't leaving nothing out. But you see how he set his heart on man and magnifying who is man that you magnify and set your heart on? He was dealing with a Mashiach the whole time. So when we look at that verse 18, or 17 of Psalm 71, he said, O Elohim, thou hast taught me from thy youth, and hereto I have declared thy wondrous works. And we turn around and we look at it. He declared to him that he would die and raise from the dead. He declared to him that he would raise people from the dead, which they seen after his resurrection. All the men came up out of the grave. He declared unto him how he would heal the blind and the sick and the lame. All these things already written. He came through and did it because he taught him from his youth. 1 Kings 13 talking about healing a man with a withered hand. You see him in Mark chapter 3 do it. Isaiah 35 talk about healing the deaf and the blind and the lame. And you see him come do that. Because who taught him that? You think he just woke up one day and said, I'm going to just go heal people? Son, this is what you got to go do. Say, why you got to go do it? Because everything I seen my father do, I do. Didn't y'all do this for people? You know what I'm talking about? He healed a leprous man through Elisha. He opened the eyes of the blind. He did this for all this. And the Mashiach came and did it so that when he came, he'll be speaking of the righteousness of Yah and the righteousness of Yah only. And he went in his strength. Because how did he go in his strength? He went in the righteousness of faith. Also in the right. That's where you get your strength from, man. You think you're going to get strength from Yah you don't believe. You know you ain't got no strength in Yah you don't obey. Because I'm going to end it like this here. You ain't got to get nothing else. I'm going to end it like this here. We good on that. I'm going to end it just like this here. Everybody does not have the mental fortitude, the mental toughness, and the strength to resist the ways of the flesh and this world. It ain't near to everybody. Everybody ain't got it in them to do it. Some people are mentally fragile and weak, and under the right amount of pressure, they will fold. Dudes like to clown all the time about nigga, you know, first 48. Oh, they bring a nigga in there, give him a cigarette, he'll tell on everybody. It ain't even a cigarette. It's just this is a mentally weak individual. The right amount of pressure, he's going to fold. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got to sit back and look at that as you walking on this earth and you walking in this world. The right amount of pressure could cause you to fold. Those who are mentally strong will resist and endure to the end. Like me when T was talking, she said, well, what is the remedy for people who are mentally weak and strong? It really ain't no solve. You either got it or you don't. You know what I'm talking about? You either going to dig down deep and to say, when I was weak, I'm going to be strong, or you going to stay weak. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You got some people, boy, they got beat up when they were young. They got older. They got tired of it, went to whooping niggas. Like this here. He ain't finna be jumping on me like that. They were weak then. They ain't weak no more. After a couple whoopings, boy, you'll be surprised. That's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm talking. And that's why I said it like that. Life could beat you down. It could be certain things you deal with in your life. And the response is, how do you respond back to it? Will you respond back with strength, or will you respond back with weakness? Will you stand firm or fold up like a tent? That's like what we were telling him. Like, they ain't mad at him for saying, hey, look me in the eyes when you talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's supposed to be the essential of standing firm. You know what I'm talking about? Because as a man, you got to stand firm. You know what I'm talking about? It was more so on him because we know he got bullet tendencies. So you might say this to one person and not say it to another, versus you asking that respect from everybody. Because he gonna pick and choose who he think he can dominate. No matter who it is. Because I know you. You know what I'm saying? Well, we had to sit back and look at that. Are we gonna let Hashatan and this world bully us into doing things that we know that'll cause us to lose? Or will we stand our ground and whatever I got to take, I take, and whatever comes, comes? With that being said, praise ye Yah for Yahushua HaMashiach in the word. And we're going to get on about it. Y'all all right on the phone?